Hey everyone, and welcome to the Let Me Tell You Something podcast. This is Christian.
And Jordan.
Whoa, what was that laugh? Did I fuck up the intro?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, damn. Alright.
It's okay.
Well, you know what? We're gonna leave it because fuck it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. This is, we're recording this the day after Valentine's Day. We're gonna record it Valentine's Day itself, which, I will say, Jordan, really nice of you to cancel this nice elaborate date that you were gonna have and everything. This man, we're talking in our group chat about how basically what we're doing for the Valentine's Day and stuff. 3 out of 4 of us are single. Actually, you and I can use Patrick's name. You and Patrick are like kind of talking to someone, but they're kind of in the talking stages. I am single as a Pringle and very ready to mingle.
Why not do it now?
But so Logan puts out this thing where he's like, he's telling us his plans with this girl and all that, and it sounds really great. And then Jordan comes on here, and he's like, me and my girl, we're going to this restaurant. We're gonna have a nice dinner together and everything, and then we're going back to my place. We're gonna watch The Godfather, which whatever, Okay, cool. And so like I hear all this, and I'm like, I'm freaking out for it. I'm like, I'll read you my messages, not using any names, of course, but I'm like, wait. You guys are, it's called, there's a restaurant called Olive Garden. I'm like, wait, you guys are going to Olive Garden on Saturday? And as in Valentine's Day yesterday, at the time of recording. Like, and then you're watching a movie at your place? Oh, and he talked about, like, going to church together in the morning and stuff. And I was like, bro, you have a Valentine's Day date. Your first date with her. How are you not freaking the fuck out about this? I'm freaking out for you, and I'm so fucking happy. What the fuck, bro? And then I'm writing all this in caps, by the way. And I'm like, are you planning on her spending the night, too? Talking about going to church in the morning. What the fuck, bro? How are you being so chill about this? I'm totally freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you, like, just drop this out of nowhere? Like, what the fuck? I'm just so happy, but also, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why did you not? And then I tell him, I'm like, bro, I swear, if this falls through for some reason, and this date doesn't happen with you, getting my hopes up. So, for context on this, I said I'll be livid. For context, this man has told us many times about dates that he has had or dates that he has planned and such, and they've all fallen through. He's given a reason for one reason or another that they've not worked themselves out.
I've gone on dates.
Yes.
No.
But there's a track record here.
I love teasing you guys.
And
it's fun. So
he responds.
It's kind of sick at the same time.
Oh, it's very sick. You like playing with our hearts.
But let me clarify.
You please.
In a joking, not like a legitimate like.
Do you wanna explain to the class how you how you responded after I freaked out and was so happy for you for your Valentine's Day date?
So, I like to be sarcastic. Most of the time. Like, that's the thing with me. Well, other things. But anyway, I like to be sarcastic. So I thought that I was being sarcastic enough, like, not blatantly enough to where, like, oh, he's, like, not so much so to where you guys automatically, he's being sarcastic, he's joking, but like just like toting the line just enough to sound a little bit true, but still be like, okay, like this sounds real, but you're obviously being sarcastic. So I meant it sarcastically, but our friend Logan, he was like, no, dude, what are you talking about? That's not sarcastic at all.
We all of us were like, bro, there wasn't a hint of sarcasm in any of this. You just fucking played with our heart. And what I told him about this, he went on this whole thing. He was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm like, I already know, like, let me tell you some podcast, episode 20, Jordan destroys Christian's trust. And I start going on about how, like,
a bash session.
Oh, yeah. About how, like, there's a story, about the boy who cried wolf. And basically, like, you keep doing shit like this. Eventually, we're not going to believe you. All this stuff like it. I went on a fucking crazy emotional roller coaster that night. I was so happy for him, and then what the fuck? Because I told him, because this is the way, and any of you listening might be able to relate to this as well. This is the way that it felt. When you're watching a movie, or maybe even reading a book, or whatever it is, and you're really invested, and then you find out at the end it was all a dream. For whatever reason, it wasn't real. And you feel like, what the come on, man, really? You had to put that in, like, at the end or whatever. And, like, that's the way this felt. It was like, bro, and it's worse, because, like, in this case, it's not just, like, a cool story, but, like, it's, it's so, in my case, it's a friend of mine, maybe not finding love per se, but, going on a date with a girl that he likes and maybe starting a relationship and everything. I'm like, bro, like, and then, no. So, just fucking tore my heart out, and, top 10 anime betrayals.
Top 10 You betrayed me!
Yeah.
No, but, I...
and Patrick agreed, too. Patrick, one of my friends. Because I told him, I sent we sent a lot of voice messages to each other, and I sent, like, a quick message where I was like, Patrick, I swear to God, if you ever do something like this, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. And he just responded to, like, Jordan's whole thing, and he was like, bro, I'm not going to lie, that's super fucked up. Like, yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
Like, we all knew. Like, bro, this is some fuck shit,
Yeah, well, but I should have made it more sarcastic.
You should have made it.
Like, oh yeah, me and the girl, we're gonna go on a date today. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a great time.
If you made it sarcastic at all, that would have been great, because there was no.
I know.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But
you're on my roller coaster. You're in my theme park now.
Apparently,
every ride is like that.
Jane, get me off this crazy thing.
No, but I told them, when we do the pod, you can publicly bash me.
Put you on blast?
Yeah, put me on blast.
Yeah. It was crazy, bro. It was so... Oh, my God.
Yeah, I got those multiple messages from you in all caps.
Yeah.
This is... I just dug myself a very, very deep hole.
So
there's no way of getting out of it, so I might as well just...
I'm never trusting him again. Is basically... No, other than that insanity, I went on a lot about all that. So let me just ask you, like, how was your actual Valentine's Day? Yesterday, for example.
My actual Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It was good for the most part. Mm-hmm. So something happened with the family that wasn't a big fan of, but it's all better now. But
yeah, we were actually supposed to record this on Valentine's. We were supposed to on Valentine's Day. We were going to hang out, but something happened that put him into some kind of emotional shock, and
So other than that, again, it's all good. But other than that, called my mom, called my dad, called my older brother.
Right.
Wished them happy Valentine's Day. My brother and his wife, they were probably doing something. Texted y'all happy Valentine's Day
/ Singles Awareness
Day. Singles
Awareness. Patrick.
So it's actually funny you mentioned that. There's probably like a quote unquote national holiday, like
for Singles Awareness.
I believe so. I mean, there's a holiday for everything.
It might actually be on Valentine's Day.
Like there's I know for one thing, there's like a National Donuts Day.
There is.
There's a national. There's a National Kiss of Ginger Day.
Oh no, it's the day after Valentine's. Today is National. Today, at the time of recording, February 15th, is National Singles Awareness Day.
Is it really?
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this, but yes, there is National. I think National Kiss of Ginger Day is also like around St. Patrick's Day, right?
I think so.
But there is you're right. There's a national day for like everything, especially a lot of foods. But real quick on that, Valentine's Day as well is one of the It's the biggest day for breakups as well. A lot of people break up on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's horrible.
At least I haven't like fact checked it, but that's something I heard, and hey, it makes sense. You know, a lot of people, which is funny too, because like you always have, you always have that situation too where people are like, oh man, like I want to break up with this person, but like, oh, I can't break up this day because that's too close to like, their birthday or my birthday, or oh, I can't break that's Valentine's Day, or that's too close to like Christmas or whatever. It's like it's so hard to like find like a appropriate day to like break up.
Monday.
But
Monday.
Not the day of the week. The day like.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like to me,
I think Monday is terrible. If we're picking a day of the week, I would say probably Friday or Saturday.
Ooh,
probably
no.
Friday. Why?
Oh no, because you have all weekend to think about it.
Yeah,
whereas on Monday, throughout Monday through Friday, like you have work, you have other things going on, so it kind of takes your mind
that's
off.
Interesting. Okay, so you're right that like yes, you do have work, but
I would rather be dumped on Monday, other than the weekend.
I would rather have the time to grieve over the weekend because I can't just go back to work right away. Like, damn, I just got done. All right, back to work. Gotta act like everything's normal. Gotta be in front of people and act like they're. Hey, I'm fine, like, no, like, I want to fucking, like, break down and cry and scream at the world and punch a pillow and, like, all kind of shit. Like, I don't want to fucking, I'm fucking heartbroken. I'm not ready to fucking, get back into,
What if it's, like a month of dating?
I mean, that's different. It depends how, like, close.
How long y'all have been.
Well, okay, so, like, my last relationship, we broke up, like a week before my birthday. And I'll tell you what, breaking up like right before you're 21 and you're legal to drink, not the best idea because you have a reason to drink. And
you'll for sure develop a drinking problem.
Yeah, well, and luckily I didn't. But I did drink a lot. I actually drank, so I didn't get drunk. But I did drink so much that I threw up. I had a bunch of like.
I hate throwing up.
I don't like throwing up either.
That's like my top 3 worst things.
So like I've realized over the years in general that I like drinking. I like fruitier drinks anyway, mind you. But like I drink for the taste. I'll drink a mixer, or I'll drink like a I don't know, a daiquiri, or like a. My go-tos are like Long Island. What are they called? Rum and Coke. That's a big go-to for me. I could do like a Sprite and whatever they make, cranberry or something. Things like that, right? But I'm not. I like mixed drinks.
Right.
I don't like give me a rough. Oh, I like beer. I don't like hops though. But
my favorite go-to is water.
We're not. Okay, it's so funny you say that because I remember we did our first episode of the original podcast. What was it called again? New Vision podcast. I asked you what your drink of choice was, meaning alcohol, and you're like, I like water, and so I just like roll with it. I'm like. I mean, yeah, like tea's probably my go-to. And then, like, we have people listening to it. They're like,
"You're like,
I thought you guys were talking about alcohol." Like, I was, but he changed it to water. So
you're probably thinking, freaking idiot.
Jesus turned water to wine. You turned wine to water. You're like, we're alcohol. Fuck that. I want water.
Yeah, that's funny.
But no, yeah. So anyway, but my point was like. I got this like like a buddy of mine had like strawberry daiquiris or something, and I didn't like what I ordered. He was like, "Here, like try," and I had that, and I ended up ordering more of those, and just had a shit ton of those, and puked them out. And like I basically got to the point that I was only vomiting that because like it was red. Like, it was a reddish pink eventually. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, it's gross. And I'm with you. I don't like throwing up either. Throwing up is awful. However, do you ever get acid reflux?
A while ago, by a while, I mean like years and years ago.
Okay.
But recently, I now know to never sleep on my right side.
Oh yeah, you said you had
man.
a weird experience with that recently.
Yeah, I ate something like the night before, and I always sleep on my left side, and so I decided. And actually, fun fact about sleeping on your left side.
Yeah.
That helps. Sleeping on your left side helps you digest your food more.
So it's funny. I sleep on my right side, and I actually struggle with sleeping on my left side to the point where when I've slept with girls, I can't sleep with them where I'm laying on my left, like I'm trying to cuddle them,
Oof.
and I'm on my left side. I can't do that. I have to be on my right side cuddling with my left arm. I don't know why. I cannot. I don't know. Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah. And so I was sleeping on my right side. All of a sudden, I wake up at 2:30 in the morning, and I go and as I do that thing,
yeah,
I feel not actual vomit, but I feel quote unquote aftertaste of it.
Right.
And so, man, I got up, I gargled my mouth with mouthwash, I brushed my teeth, and I can still quote unquote taste it. So I went to my kitchen, I drank
a ton of water.
A ton of water. I ate some of the almonds and some of the the chocolate coated coffee beans that I have on my kitchen counter. I did everything I could to get rid of it, and finally it just wouldn't go away. So I was like, okay, let me sleep on my left side now. So I did. Woke up, did the same thing. Wasn't there anymore. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. So maybe the way food sits with you or whatever is just different.
Because I think your stomach is on your left side. Or maybe it's in the middle.
Huh?
I think your actual stomach. I think it's a little bit to the left of your body, to the left of your stomach.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a little bit in the middle. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I know. Obviously, your heart's on your right side, left side. But no. So the reason that I ask about acid reflux, and I think what that was acid reflux that you experienced. So I have had this for years. I've had this issue where every now and then I would have this. Where the way I would describe it is, I feel like I have to throw up, but I can't throw up. When it's building and you feel. So I would have that a lot, and eventually I learned that's acid reflux. So now I know when I have that, I have antacid tablets that I can take when that happens, and it sucks. I fucking hate it because you have it where you're it almost hurts. It's this burning sensation. I don't know. It's weird. It's not a fun experience.
Yeah.
But anyway. Enough of the fucking vomit talk.
Weak stomach.
All right.
See, now I don't understand if
because
you were eating something.
What?
I don't understand if you were eating something or talking.
Well, I'm not talking about heartburn.
Oh,
you mean people listening?
Yeah.
If they're... So, okay. I personally don't... So, okay. There are a lot of So I treat a lot of YouTube videos and stuff that I listen to. I listen to them like a podcast. I'll have them going in the background, or I'll have them off to the side and be doing something else Lance said it every now and then. Or I listen to a lot of stuff while I'm getting ready, getting ready for the day and all that. But I personally don't listen to podcasts while I'm eating. I don't think I would, because I like to have something that I'm looking at while I'm eating. So I'll watch a video, I'll watch them on YouTube or whatever. Normally a Let's Play or something if I'm having lunch. But I don't normally listen. So if you are listening, I'm sorry. If you're listening to this while eating something, I'm sorry. But I don't know.
But so going all the way back to the Valentine's thing.
Yes.
I would say it was good. It was very relaxing. Didn't have a girl, but it is what it is.
It's that little sniffle you just did. Yeah, so I mean you know, we've talked.
I didn't go to CVS and buy a ton of chocolate, so that's a good thing.
I didn't either. So
And a tub of ice cream and just eat all of it.
Oh yeah, because you were talking about let's not do these things. Which, you know, I will say, like, for one, those are more like girl-coded things in general. Of course, you know, guys can do them, mind you, but like.
To you, what would a guy equivalent of that be?
Of
getting broken up, eating it,
Yeah.
like that cliche.
Yeah.
They wallow in their feelings as they're eating the whole tub of ice
That's a
cream.
good question.
Wow. That could be a question to ask the chat.
Yeah, you go.
Not the this chat, but like the
hey,
group
chat, real?
The whole generation just
no.
Just start anew. I'm just kidding. No.
That's okay. Well, I don't know. I think I need to. There's a video I need to show you about that concept of, like, basically. I mean, I can get into
starting
it a little bit. No, not that.
That'd be horrible.
So you know, the whole, like, slang. Slang is always evolving and changing. We've talked about this a little bit before.
Right.
I don't know if we have on the podcast or what have you, but I know you and I have had conversations about this. But basically, like, okay, so, like, the word cool didn't always mean cool. People used to say, like, neat or groovy or swell. Yeah, swell's fine. Neat and swell are very, like, dorky to me. Like, it's very Leave It to Beaver. You know, very very like 50s suburbia. Like, gee, mom, like that's real neat.
Well,
you know,
like, with that, you can't just, like, imagine like that. You know, just like a normal person, like, oh, bro, that's so neat.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know.
So
to me, it feels,
when you put it like, oh, you know, neat, then it sounds kind of dorky.
well,
but
no,
like, saying it like a normal, how a normal person would.
I guess a way to say that would be like, oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
You know, like that could work.
Oh,
but,
bro, that's so neat.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like so neat, like neat and so neat doesn't work.
Oh, bro, that's neat. That's neat, dude.
I just feel like I think it's the what do you call it? The expressiveness. I feel like neat is not on the same level as, like, cool or rad or whatever. So it's like, okay, for example,
so, like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah, exactly. To me, neat is a very specific, like...
It's a very low-key word.
Yes, it's very low-key. It's very like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like,
okay.
Yeah, that's neat. I get what you're going for there, you know? And then swell is like, I don't know, swell... How would you use swell?
Swell. Hey, man, how was dinner last night with the family? Ah, man, it was swell, dude.
Maybe.
I guess I wouldn't use the word
No, that's what
swell.
I'm thinking, yeah. It feels like you wouldn't... Because I feel like swell would be like... to me, it sounds very posh. We had a rather swell evening, you know.
Yeah, like,
I'm quite swell. How are you?
Right.
You know,
yeah.
Well, not even just very, like, very hoity-toity, you know, kind of. But I don't know. That maybe that's just me. But my the reason that I, like, bring that up is these words are constantly evolving and changing. And cool used to just mean something having to do with the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Radical. More of an 80s kind of 90s thing a little bit, but radical used to just mean extreme, like a radical. Exactly. But now it means oh, that's radical, like that's rad, man, that kind of thing, right? Gnarly, stuff like that, right? So, we have all these terms, and more recently we've had words like fire. Oh, that's fire, bro. Stuff like that, right?
You would say that's now, like nowadays?
Well, I mean, it's
that's
like
fire?
2010s or something, probably, like 2018 or somewhere probably started.
I'd say it was 2010.
Not 2010, like 2010s.
I mean, I would say.
Were you hearing it then? Well, okay, but even if it was 2010.
I'm thinking about Clock It, No Cap.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Personally, I would say those are like 2020.
Yeah, those are like more modern terms.
Yeah.
Sure. Right. Okay. But okay. So exactly my point. These like we're constantly having new words and new ideas and stuff. Changing and evolving as we evolve as a society. That's just how it is. So when you have things like chat real or clock it or 6-7, all these different things. That's it. But don't. They're not. They're not any different.
I'm joking.
Than I know you are. But there are people get really upset about this stuff. Where they think like, oh, the terminology I grew up with, that's fine, but the new terminology, oh, that's stupid. It's like, no, it's not. It's not any different. It's just that you're older now.
I guess to me it's like very cringy.
You just have, so is the stuff that we were saying.
Oh, jeez.
Remember fetch? Remember yeet?
What the
Remember
hell is fetch?
Maybe that's more 2000s.
Jeez.
But
I remember yeet.
Yeah, remember yeet?
Doink.
Doink.
Or yoink.
Oh, I mean, that's a more of a onomatopoeia. But
Yeah, back in high school, me and my friends used to say something real weird.
I always
not weird, but oh, bro, sweet. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because that'll open up that'll be a whole mess.
Okay, I don't know what you were gonna say, so we'll just leave it at that.
I mean, I've told you, hey, yo, what up?
Oh yeah. We're not.
Yeah. All you snowflakes.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. See,
do you want you kind of open it up? Do you want to open it up?
No.
It's just. Let me put it this way.
It was one of those words where nowadays,
I mean,
if someone says it, people don't take it very kindly. But when my friend said it, it was like, yo, what's up?
All right, so this is part of the evolution of these words, right? So there was a time where gay just meant happy for people to be gay, right? Mm-hmm. Now
it's in a Christmas song.
Huh?
It's in a Christmas song.
It's in a lot of old school songs. There's a song, I Feel Pretty, Oh So Pretty, So Lovely, We Ain't Gay. You have stuff like that, right? You will have the Flintstones will have a gay old time, Anyway, I was going somewhere with that. So now, there are gay means, homosexual, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, of course, people have used gay as a pejorative, oh, that's gay, man, which is why is gay a bad thing? Why is that? So there are certain terms we used to say we used to say gay, we used to say the F slur, which it's funny because in England that's a term for a cigarette. But here it means something a lot different.
Well, I mean, it is a bundle of sticks.
It is also a bundle of sticks.
So,
but similar to that, spaz. If we say someone's spazzing out or being a spaz or whatever, that is it basically means someone who's mentally deficient or whatever in England. I guess it's kind of how we look at the word retard and
yeah. Oh my gosh, me and my friend group in high school always said that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, stop being a retard, dude.
And that's a big one too. Now that is okay. So, and that's a lot of people have an issue with that one. I personally don't have an. I understand why people say it's an R slur or whatever. I don't really have so much of an issue with with that. I don't use it all the time, mind you, but I don't have a huge issue with it either. And I don't. I might cringe a little bit if someone says something's gay as a pejorative, but as long as they're not doing it all the time, it is what it is. But one of the big ones that you were getting at is it was pretty common, when we were growing up, for even white. Okay, so we have to establish the way things were when we were growing up in middle school and high school and stuff. So there was a time where basically, let's just this is everyone wanted to be black. People have done discussions on this kind of thing about how a lot of women like did a lot of like, you know, with the BBLs and the lip injections, and like even Ariana Grande with going way too dark with her tan sometimes, like all kind of different things like that. There was this evolution where basically there was this cultural zeitgeist idea where basically white is uncool, black is cool. That was essentially, and that mentality, I think, also very much gave birth to like the kind of like white fragility, culture war kind of environment we saw ourselves in throughout like the mid to late 2010s, and ultimately gave rise to like where we are now, like politically and socially. But basically, the underlining idea was that white is no longer cool, and anything, you know, you had things like, you know, pasty, you know, you had,
albino.
I mean, yeah, albino is like a specific type of white, but yeah, you had all these different terms, right? And, you know, but like, I remember and it pissed me off, because I thought it, and I still kind of do think it does come from like a level of racism, but like, guys would often do this thing where they would, whenever they did anything athletic, or they failed at something, like if they succeeded at something athletic, they'd be like, "Oh, see how black I am? You know, like see how black I am." Or they'd like fail something athletic and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm not black enough." And it's like, what the fuck? Like that's
I've never heard those before.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard that before.
So that was a very common thing in my high school and in my middle school.
Jeez.
Yeah, constantly people would do that, and you know, there was this like, you know, so you know, in my school people would do that, and I didn't hear it as much, but I'm sure there were white people calling each other, you know, the N-word and stuff, and your experience with your friends was a little bit similar, right?
And it wasn't just like us white guys, it was
Right.
Asian guys, black guys, Middle Eastern guys.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's up, my nigga?
Right.
Boom. Well,
you don't want to.
And so, like, again,
I know,
like when I say not like people get, you know, riled up about it, like it's whatever. But like,
yeah,
and like nowadays people mean it. Like whenever they bring it up or whenever they say it out of like anger, frustration, they
well,
mean
out
it.
of yeah. Well, that's
like,
the thing. Out of
when me and my, and again, you know, it was us. What me and my friend group, we were so diverse. We had, you know, it was us white guys. It was, you know, we had a few Asian. You know, we were all my friend group was a whole mixture of races.
Yeah.
And like when we greeted each other like that, yo, what up, my nigga? It wasn't. We had no ill intent. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think you can just say what up my N-word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were just like you know, like a few people would say, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Yeah.
No, we're like, no. Let's. And so we decided to say that. And again, it wasn't anything ill intent. It was like, yo, what's up, man? Like, boom.
And for me, like, it was never, you know, to me, it's the kind of thing where it's like, it's like the F slur, where like, I don't really have an issue with it, but if people that are actually that, because like, the F slur was used to hurt gay people, just like the N-word was used to hurt black people,
mm-hmm.
right? So my thing is like, I don't have an issue with it, but like, I'm a cishet white guy. So if people who are of that community that word was used to hurt do have an issue with me saying it, I'm going to respect that and just not say it. So it's the same thing with like the N-word. N-word is never like in my category really, or in my vocabulary, I mean to say. Now, if that similar argument can be made about like the R-word, like I won't use
well,
the
see,
R-word.
that's the thing. You know, the N-word, you know.
Right.
Like all of these things.
Yeah.
Where there was no ill intent. It was just like, it was just something to like that. Just went like, well, hey, listen, man, stop being
so. So this is one thing, and people would probably get on my case for this, but this is something I like die on the hill of. if it's in a song, don't be a fucking pussy. If you're singing a song and they say it in the song, then fucking say it. Because, like, so for example, now again, I don't really listen to, like, music that uses the N-word. I don't really listen to rap music, for example. But, like, Green Day, their first two songs on American Idiot, their first song, in the second verse of American Idiot, he says, well, maybe I'm the fag in America. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda. And as they play it live now, they say I'm not a part of a MAGA agenda. Which, of course, has the same connotation, means the same thing. And in Jesus of Suburbia, which is my favorite song by them, there's a line where it says, am I retarded or am I just overjoyed? And to me, so first of all, the line, maybe I'm a fag in America, the way I look at that, now Billy Joe Armstrong is bi. So, like, I guess that's why people are like, well, it's okay for him to say it. But for me, like, the reason that I'm, like, okay with, like, saying it, hearing it, whatever, is because to me, it means, like, yeah, maybe I am, like, the fruity, the weak, the effeminate, whatever, America that, like, you think, like, you, like, demonize or whatever, but, like, because, like, I am a more, like, effeminate, guy, but I'm not a fucking redneck, I'm not a fucking hick, I'm not, like, I'd rather be that, I'd rather be construed with, like, being, like, effeminate than being a fucking hillbilly redneck fucking cousin fucker, you know what I mean? So,
I don't know what you mean, but
that's the way that I, like, take that kind of thing. And then even, I mean, you can say, like, it means the same thing as stupid, really, like, in the line Jesus of Suburbia, am I retarded or am I just overjoyed? Like, am I stupid? Am I just, like...
Yeah, like, for us, it was, like, stupid.
Yeah.
Now, because we had a few special needs kids in our high school.
Right.
Now, if someone...
Called them,
then we would all get together and be like, okay, do you want to get jumped after school and get your ass whooped or what?
That'd be fucked up. And the weird, like, I've heard people now saying, like, mentally stupid as opposed to... It's like, dude, it means the same thing. Just, like, if that's what you're trying to say, just say that. So I don't know. And like, the thing is, it's like I was just saying about, like, the N-word and stuff. I am not of any of those things. Mm-hmm. So, like... if the people that are those things have an issue with it, then yeah, I'm going to respect that and not say it, right? Now I understand why, like, I don't think there really is, like, a good use of, like, the T slur. I feel like that is only used to, like, hurt trans people.
The T slur?
Yeah, the T slur is tranny. Yeah, people. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it as, like, an okay thing. It's always just been like a negative thing,
right?
Like, this, yeah, because it's just not. But anyway, my point with all that is, like, words are constantly changing, and, like, I think it's very important. You have this thing where, like, people, And even that, like, kind of resilience to, like, oh, well, I'm going to keep saying it anyway. Okay, like, for example, there was a time where, like, N-word with a hard R was very common.
Now that's the one word we never
say. Right.
Because that's obviously not acceptable. Like,
well, there's no connotation to say, like, oh, this is, like, just a friendly way to, like, greet someone. Like, that's not... Like, it was specifically used to hurt black people, right? There's no connotation that makes that, like, okay. I don't know. I guess, like, if you're... Like, I've heard of people, like, white guys date black girls, white girls date black guys, whatever, that, like, are into, like, race play and, like, want to, like, oh, yeah, call me that. Like, Jesus. Like, goddamn. But, like, other than something like that, like, it's not okay.
Like, I remember one time I was doing something, I was a freshman in high school. I was doing something with, like, a few friends of mine, and one of our class bullies kind of walked over with his friends, and they're like, "Oh, what do you bastards do? Just what they were just bullying us."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, well, we'll do this. What the fuck does it matter to you? Small
Right.
dick, blah blah." And I guess one of the bullies said to me, he's like, "Bro, you're such a freaking faggot, dude."
Mm.
I'm like, and that's one word I haven't heard yet. So I was like,
yeah. Mm.
Faggot, what?
Mhm.
And then so it's funny. Later on, when I got home, I looked it up, and the first definition I came across was a bundle of sticks.
So you thought that's what it meant?
And so the next, it's so stupid. So the next day I went back to school and I confronted him. I'm like, bro, listen. Again, I was a dumb freshman.
No, well,
so I went to him. I'm like, hey man, listen. I'm not a faggot. He's like, yeah, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not a bundle of sticks. And he just looks at me. He's like, whatever, and he walks away.
Yeah. So,
but then later on in life, I don't know what that actually means.
You,
I'm like, oh.
You always got to check Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary is the way to go to learn to learn slang. In all honesty,
no.
I'll tell you. I have a bit of a similar story. One of the very few. Actually, no, I've never said it like a hard R. The only time I've ever said it was I was tricked into saying it.
Oh,
because I was like 6, 7 when I was. Yeah, I had to. When I was with these kids in this after school and before school program, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were middle schoolers.
Oh gosh.
So I hung out with them because we had similar interests,
right,
or whatever, right? But they one day, I remember one guy's name was Sam, one guy's name was Paul, and one day they were we were sitting around, whatever, and they were like, hey, they were like, say, they were like, the word, a digger, somebody that digs, yeah, and they're like, say that, but
with an N.
Yeah, but with an N, and so I'm like, and again, I'm again 6, 7, and I'm like, digger, and that wasn't, I didn't even mean it that way that time. That's just my age.
That's all good.
And I'm like, I might have been 8 actually. Maybe it was 7 or 8. I don't know. But anyway, so 7, 8. But I'm like, digger? And they're like, no,
replace the D with
well, no, yeah, so first they're like, put a, don't have a D. And so I'm like, Agern? And they're like, no, put the N in front. And then they got me to say it. And then they're laughing and everything, and I didn't fucking know, right? And then I don't know if a teacher heard or whatever, but eventually I heard I heard that's not a thing you say, But I was tricked into it, right? And it's so stupid. Older kids will do that stuff to younger kids sometimes, older brothers to a younger brother and stuff like that, right? Oh my god. Okay. So first of all, we'll get back into let me finish this tangent about words and stuff. My point with all of this is that I think because you have people that are still oh, I'm gonna keep saying it or whatever, right? Part of staying young at heart is keeping up with how culture is changing and adapting new language and maybe even changing your language too. Because if you when you don't and you're stuck in your old ways or whatever, you refuse to change, that's how you get old. That's how you get old internally. And so to stay young at heart, you gotta, and you don't want to do the cringe oh hey kids, that's real bussin', isn't it? It's no, you have to learn how to use it the way that they use it,
Gramps,
and let it just flow out regular conversation. Then you can keep up and stuff, as opposed to, because the reason it's so cringe when adults, are you have the parent who's trying to be hip, is because it's disingenuous. They're not familiar with the culture and the language and stuff. They're just trying to be hip or whatever, and it's that. And I will say, by the way, hip is a word that it's kind of unhip in and of itself, and yet it is the best word to describe what that is. Because to be hip is to be with it, right? To like be aware of like cultural, like So anyway, but yeah, so these things are constantly changing. So if it's a stupid term like 6'7" or whatever, or whatever any of these other terms are, like they're just as dumb as like the things that like we grew up with and all that stuff. And yeah, there are certain things with language that like we also need to like stop saying that like might have been like popular at some point, that maybe it's like, okay, maybe we shouldn't say that anymore for whatever reason. Now I will say on that note, because there are people that even think that like saying like stupid or whatever is like, well, that's like, I don't know, not a slur, but it's like rude. But like you can't neuter language so much to the point that like there is like you have no insults for anything. You just can't, like, that's just not a good thing to do.
And some of you actually are stupid.
Yeah.
I see that freaking day in and day out.
Great way to talk to our audience.
Yeah.
No, not any of you listening. All of you listening are lovely people, I'm sure. But you've seen stupid people in like our comments and stuff. Well, no, not our, definitely my comments. But
I mean, I see a bunch of them on the road.
Oh, I know.
Well,
I know you
out in public a little bit, but definitely on the roads. I say some very.
I mean, I've worked.
Things.
I've worked like phone customer service since 2017.
Oh, I can never.
I deal with stupid people on a daily basis.
There's many jobs that I could never.
And that's one of them.
Like, yeah, well, I can never do that.
Yeah.
I can never be a teacher. Oh man.
No, you couldn't.
Oh, I would either get fired the first day or just leave in the first 20 minutes.
You know what, though? Okay, so two things.
I'd be like, screw this. Friggin'.
Alright, so I have something else about you, actually, that I'd love to talk about with you. But first, let me...
Am I in trouble?
You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. Okay. But first, let me answer your original question, going like half an hour back. What is the male equivalent of, like, the girl doing like all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the male equivalent would just be like getting drunk and like playing video games or whatever. Like some shit like that, right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't feel like and I don't think necessarily either stereotype is true, because like for me, when I've gone through breakups, I don't know. I don't know. I know I like. I don't know. Like I said, I'm more feminine myself, so I think I tended to like I would just. I mean, when I dumped my ex-fiance, I got very angry, because of what she did, and
you were the dumpy or the dumper.
I dumped her. Yeah. I was working at the time. So I went out to my car, and I screamed and yelled and all that shit, and I punched my calm down, the headrest of the thing, right?
Oh. Did you break it?
No. Although I did also, I punched the locker, and I learned very quickly why that's not a good idea. So that wasn't great, but yeah, that was not fun. But and then I called some people and vented to them about it and stuff like that. I'm a big, like, as is obvious on both this podcast and my own channel, I'm a big talker, right? So like I love venting about stuff. I'm a big, like, I definitely turn to like music, either playing music or listening to music. I have a playlist of like basically like breakup songs and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. My go-to breakup song is "Remembering Sunday" by All Time Low, and which is, I guess it depends on the kind of breakup though, because that's like a very sad, like, love lost breakup song. More of a fuck you breakup song is more fitting for like that relationship,
right?
But like the relationship I had right after, that was a very sad, like, we love each other but we're not seeing eye to eye here, where we have to end this, it's fucking sad. But yeah, like I'm a big and I think for me though, I don't know if this fits like guy stereotype. I think the guy stereotype, honestly, more often than not, is like you're like with your bros. All right, let's go out and like try to like find someone else for you to like get over her, you know. And then what the stereotype tends to be that like guys move on faster, or, like initially, but like girls, because they have the support of their girlfriends and stuff, yeah, they sit around and they cry and they eat ice cream and whatever and all that shit. But when they get back up on their feet, like from the support of their girlfriends and stuff, now they're ready to fucking like tear up the town. Now they're like, you know, maybe they're going through like and I don't really like this term, but like hoe phase. And the reason that I don't like that term is because I think it's really dumb to boil down like a moment, if you will, in your lifetime of like sexual like promiscuity and like I just, you know, having a lot of like casual sex and stuff as like a quote hoe phase. I feel like that's very demeaning to it. And I always hate when girls are like, oh, like, yeah, I used to like be like such and such, but like I'm not anymore. And it's like, why though? Like, why can't you like be that again? Especially like if you're in a relationship. Like something that would drive me crazy is like if I was with a girl who was like very like, you know, sexually open and fun and stuff like in her past, but wasn't like that with me. That would be like heartbreaking. I would be like, what the like, why? Like that's horrific. And also it's like, damn, I wish I met you back then, you know? And I will say, like, this is kind of on another thing, going all over the place with this stuff, but like that mentality though of like a hoe phase and like girls being like promiscuous when they're younger and stuff, that is a big part of the reason that you see like older men with younger women. Because I think like in actuality, most people just want to be with people that they find attractive and they get along with. And I think if you have like, if you're like a guy and you're specifically looking for like, you know, a casual relationship, be it like one night stands or whatever it might be, younger women are going to be more likely to do that than older women. So even if you're like in your 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s, you might still go for like a 20 or 30 something year old, because that's the kind of person that's going to be more likely to just have a casual, like a hookup or something, rather than someone who's like, oh, I'm like 30, 35 or whatever, I need to like settle down and get married or whatever, because like my eggs or whatever. Well, yeah, that's the thing women are worried about. But some women also like freeze their eggs so that they can like do what, I don't know. I don't know all the specifics because I don't really care.
Yeah, what's that phrase? It's like women are in their prime, in their 20s.
I'm glad you said 20s.
But no, like it's an actual like phrase. It's like women are like women are in their prime in their 20s. And men are in their
like 30s, 40s.
Yeah, something like that. So that's why a lot of like women that I've talked to, have been like,
yeah.
Oh, I need to hurry. My time is almost up, and it's like,
yeah. Well, it's because generally speaking, again, if we're talking like stereotypically, women are looking for different things than men are looking for. In all honesty, most of us men like. We just want to find someone that's attractive that we get along with. That's it. And if that happens to be someone who's like 5 or 10 years younger, so be it. Women often want a man who's like established and they have money and like all these other different things on top of being like physically attractive and stuff. And it's like, then yeah, like of course the guy's gonna go for the younger girl if she's the one that's gonna like be more interested in him and give him a chance, you know? You can't have, like, if a girl's gonna be, like, in her 30s or whatever, and she's gonna be like, you know, I want a man who, you know, has, like, I don't know, he's making, like the 6 foot, 6 figures, like, all that stuff, right? If your standards are that high as you're, like, and you're older or whatever, and then you have someone who, like, maybe has similar standards, but, like, now the guy kind of has more their pick, they're gonna go with the person that they find more attractive. And if that's the person who is younger and more free spirited and fun and willing to do more stuff sexually and just more open and more willing to give the guy a chance, and maybe they're not so much like, oh my god, I really want to have a kid, I really want to settle down, and the guy's not ready to settle down, maybe the guy wants to have their quote unquote hoe phase or what have you, then those older guys are going to go for the younger girls. It just is what it is. At the same time, you do have women who they get married in their 20s or whatever, and they get out of a relationship when they're in their 40s or 50s, whatever, and this is where you get cougars from a lot of the times. They're like, oh, I've only been with one man the rest of my life. They're going to be like, Mama's on the prowl now. I just want to, have experience, just fuck around and, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's how you get MILFs, which, you like your MILFs. So,
yeah, I like older women.
Yeah. So, I'm just glad. I was concerned, though, when you were saying women in their prime. There are a lot of guys who say, I think it's from 16 to 23.
Well, they're just disgusting freaks.
Yeah.
They're disgusting freaks, and they need to be locked away from the rest of society.
I wonder if they're on the list.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, so speaking of being locked away from the rest of society, did you know that they are almost done with creating? I wish I saved it, but they're almost done creating a type of quote-unquote punishment system where something it has to do majorly with AI.
I'm sure it does.
But it's good. However you look at it, it's kind of good. But so essentially, it's they're almost done with creating this kind of, basically, let's say a murderer, right, would be kind of quote unquote put under the influence. So he would essentially, or she, or whoever, would essentially spend, let's say, 45 years in prison, but they're only... It's some weird technology thing to where it feels they're in prison for 30 years, but in reality their mind has been programmed for it to feel like that, but they've only been under this thing for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's not good.
But in their brain they're like, hey, I served 30 something years in prison for what I did.
That's still not good. That's technological torture. That's not good. That's there was a show called Altered Carbon, which I think started in 2012, where the way that they punished and tortured whatever people was everyone had a chip in the back of their neck or something, and they would take that out and program it to be that's dystopian as fuck. That's not good at all. That's horrific, because for one thing, it's not It's kind of like how Ring just did this thing where they were soft launching, we can use Ring to find your lost dog or whatever. And people rightfully understood, this is surveillance state shit. People understood, and it got a bunch of blowback because, okay, yes, you can use this to find your dog. You can also use this to constantly track everybody everywhere at all times. This is horrific. This is evil. And it's the same thing with that, where it's okay, they might be soft launching that as we're going to use this to punish criminals. Okay, sure. What happens when the state decides to use that against just anybody that they just don't want to deal with? You have where they're we don't like what you said about our dear leader or whatever. Into the mental gulag you go. That's not. No, that is dystopian. God, it's demon tech. It's demon tech. That's so evil. That is something that I don't care what your stance on AI is. That is something where there is no good reason. There's no good thing for that. And even even re-education or whatever, that's not good either, because you're not, you're forcing. This is evil. This is sci-fi dystopian. Yeah, it's not good.
Well, just so you can get a better understanding.
Is it Palantir, by the way?
No.
Okay, it sounds like something they would do. Fucking evil.
So the quote unquote title is called AI-based prison concept would complete sentences in just minutes. A new prison concept would have criminals serve entire sentences in just a few minutes, but it wouldn't feel like minutes to them. Using the Cognify method, incarcerated people would be hooked up to machines and their brains flooded with artificial memories of what feels like years, effectively.
Wait, is this real? Because wasn't there just a movie about this with Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's evil. That's so.
Really?
Yes. Are you kidding me? You're putting someone in a mental torture chamber. I don't care if they're physically not experiencing like prison for 30 years or whatever. They're mentally having this mental load on their brain. This cognition where it's torture. How do you? All right, let me hear. How do you think it could possibly be a good thing?
I don't know. Well, let me get through it. So, jeez. Yada yada. Using the Cognify method, incarcerated people would be hooked up to machines, and their brains would be flooded with artificial memories of what feels like years, effectively forcing them to relive what victims might have gone through. Yada yada. According to some Dubai-based projects person, he's a biotechnologist and science communicator.
I'm sure he is.
The subjects would have the choice between The subjects would have the choice between a 10-year prison sentence or AI-generated memory implants. Synthetic memories are customized depending on the crime committed and the unique brain structure and psychological profile of the individual. This so-called prison of the future could be used on those who committed crimes like domestic violence, hate crimes, embezzlement, theft, discrimination, and more. Each offender's history would be taken into account in generating their artificial memories. They would, the prison concept would be completed in just minutes. Violent offenders could experience memories that are designed to trigger empathy and remorse, seeing their crime from the perspective of their victim and feeling their pain and suffering firsthand. And then this ends it ends with the Cognify concept could revolutionize the criminal justice system by significantly reducing the need for long-term incarceration and its associated costs. So,
first, could you send me that article? I'd love to go over it on my channel.
Time to get fact checked.
Yeah. No. It's not about fact checking. No, it's not about fact. It's not about fact checking.
I know.
That just. I can't believe that we are in a world or entering a world now where science fiction is just becoming science. That is terrifying. This kind of stuff that's horrific. That okay, they're not physically going through like torture or whatever, but they're mentally it's torture. They're mentally being tortured. And I don't know. I mean, I can understand the concept of we're trying to because it's the same thing where they're soft pitching it where they're like, oh, we're going to use it to teach them, show them the pain they put someone else through or whatever. And a
lot of people would want that.
Wait.
Let's say a dad.
Wait, hold on. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead first.
Let's say a dad.
His
daughter was murdered by some guy.
Yep.
Or whoever. I mean, okay. I'm not saying I'm for this. I just found out about it a year or two ago.
I mean, okay, go on. Are you against it?
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent.
You're not. There is no indifference. You're either for it or you're against it.
I mean, I'm not going to commit any crime, so...
Just say you're for it. You clearly are. Continue.
Okay, Christian Verstappen. I'm all for it.
Thank you.
These criminals should know what it's like to do whatever they did.
Because you want them punished, right?
I mean, that's what prison's for, to punish them.
Yeah, that is entirely the problem.
Okay. I mean, shoot, guess I'm part of the problem then.
You are. It is the idea that prison needs to be this vindictive revenge, state facilitating revenge of people who have been wronged or whatever, that is entirely the problem. Because what you have when you have people that are in prison and the only purpose of it really is to punish them. It's not to reacclimate them to society. It's not to rehabilitate them. All those different things. You end up with recidivism. You end up with repeat offenders. You end up with all these different things. People now, when it comes to murder or something like that, I understand there are certain things I believe that yes, people cannot necessarily be rehabilitated, like if they're a serial killer or something. Sure, but if someone in a heated passion moment or whatever, like okay, give you an example. You say like okay, if like a father like whatever, okay, say that happens, but the cause of that crime was like a man walked in and like. His wife, he like walked down on his wife cheating on him, and he, out of sheer rage and all that shit, he like takes a gun. Which actually, this is an argument for like why we shouldn't have guns in the household, but that's the point.
That's a good discussion.
Takes a gun and shoots like his wife and shoots the person she's fucking.
Oof.
Like right heated moment. Then he like comes to reality, oh my god, what did I do? Whatever. Now the father of that daughter, right, thinks, oh well, he needs to be punished, whatever, yada yada yada. Okay, but at the same time, he wasn't thinking clearly. Like yes, he did this horrific thing, and he needs to pay, right? He needs to serve time,
right?
But he needs rehabilitated. What he needs because people who commit crimes, like. And the biggest reason people commit crimes in the first place, especially when we're talking about like theft and stuff, is because they struggle to like afford life without committing crimes.
Right.
Especially when you have like
So wouldn't the rehabilitation wouldn't that be for the dangerous crimes? Like petty theft, whatever.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Like there's a world where this AI technology
So you kind of forced me to be a bad person. So what I'm for is the major crimes like murder, rape, that stuff. I'm all for this thing. But for the petty stuff like theft, I don't know, hijack. Well, would you consider hijacking a car petty?
I guess it depends on the circumstance. Like if
you just want a joyride.
No. That's just like a fucked up.
So like just in general.
I mean yes,
petty crimes.
So yes, it's petty as in like it's like I don't know. I'd say think about it from your own experience. Like if you met someone and they were like, oh yeah, like I was in jail for like carjacking, I would look at them kind of funny, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I can never.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. But
if someone was like. Now, if they were like, I don't know, if they were like extremely remorseful and they were like, yeah, I raped this person, that'd be... Because the thing is, too, like, a lot of rape also happens, it's like a weird way to say it, but kind of like without people knowing, like without people realizing that it's rape. Because like, so a lot of, this is a wild episode, a lot of rape, for example, happens where, like, basically, people will get like way too drunk to like consent. It is like a big thing, like because without consent you have rape. So it's like, well, they were too drunk, they couldn't, or things like that. Now most decent people aren't gonna like try to have sex with someone who's like passed out, right? But a lot of times through like coercion and different stuff like that, you have this where where people are. Now, I will say, okay, like an example, right? The people who, are in like the Epstein files, the people who participated in that kind of stuff.
I see where you go. Okay, interesting.
Horrific things like that, where they have repeatedly offended over and over again, and they've allegedly raped and murdered people. Things like that. Yes, in those instances. Now, I don't think torture is ever the right thing. I do think just serving their time in general is
watching. Watching Mission Impossible, I'd say torture is.
I don't. So
well, we're never going to be like a Mission Impossible thing. Anyways.
I just don't think that torture is ever... It's also a terrible way to, like, get information. But we're not talking about getting information. We're just talking about suffering.
Right.
But
So let me rephrase because you went off.
Yeah. As I do.
So I've come to realize within our friendship.
Uh-huh.
And this is not bashing you.
No, please.
With you, I have to
specify.
Yes. And that's totally fine. No worries, whatever. So let me rephrase. So like murder, rape, like that, those crimes.
Yeah.
I'm not like all for like he deserves, but like I'm like yes. So like murder, rape, those kind of crimes. Sure. But like the petty crimes, like theft, that kind of stuff.
Right.
There's no need for this.
Right. Okay.
No. So that's what I mean. I'm not like all crimes. Like you know, do like I don't know. Let's say you pirated a piece of music.
Yeah.
No. Like let's say you pirated a piece of music. Like he deserves. He needs to get what's coming to him. Like. No, like shut the hell up.
What would that torture even be? It's like, oh, now you'll experience what it's like to have something you made stolen or whatever. It's like, okay, I have experienced that.
Yeah.
I feel like we've all experienced
right,
that.
Yeah. So again, let me rephrase the heinous crimes, rape, murder, that kind of stuff. For this kind of thing, but for the petty stuff, like like stealing, that kind of thing, no.
Right.
So,
okay,
did that ease your conscience?
Well, I mean, it
did that calm the storm within your mind?
So it makes you feel a little bit better about your perspective. My only, not even issue with like your perspective per se, but like a lot of people, I would say most people, view like, you know, they have this thing where like something horrible happens to them or their loved one or whatever, and basically what they do is they want revenge. So really what they're doing, what they're wanting is they're wanting the state to enact revenge that they cannot legally, that they would get in trouble for enacting themselves. I completely understand where that mentality comes from, but like, all right, let me give you an example. So there was a story which you are not going to hear about on the news because, well, you'll understand why when I talk about it. There was a woman, 23, I think she was, named Lucy Harrison, and she's from England originally. Her and her family moved to America at some point. She moved back to England. Well, her dad is like super MAGA, like super MAGA.
I heard this.
Oh, you did hear about it? Okay,
yeah,
that's good. Not good that you heard about
it.
Yeah. I'm like when I made a video about it where I said like the right will talk about this because it's not like on mainstream media. It's not something the right's talking about at all. Where basically like she got in an argument with her dad where she even asked him like, you know, if I was one of the victims that Trump raped, if Trump raped me, would you still vote for him? And he was like, yeah, I have other daughters.
Yeah,
and it's like
that among many other parts that I've read. I was like, oh,
yeah, it was fucking. Did you see my video on it, or did you see did you see it somewhere else?
I saw it off of the only site that I know,
TikTok. No, that's good. Okay, that's good because
so a lot of the stuff that I find out are on TikTok.
Well, that's good because I would appreciate the support. I'm glad other people are talking about it. Because when I first saw it, I was
insane.
Because I was concerned that other people are not. I've seen some things about it on Twitter here and there. But no, anyway, point is, so what happened was, at some point, she was like washing dishes or whatever, and she's about to leave, gonna leave pretty soon. She was on vacation. She was gonna leave pretty soon. And this was back in like the end of 2024, before Trump got like re-inaugurated in 25. And so I'm guessing she was there. I don't remember if it was like Christmas or what it was. But anyway, he like took her into like the like downstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a basement or what it was, but whatever it was. And about like 15 seconds after he brought her in there or whatever, they heard a gunshot. And what he says and what his lawyer said and everyone's trying to say, and people even in my fucking stupid people in my comments and stuff are saying, is basically like, it was an accident. He accidentally shot her. Now, the coroner found...
How can you accidentally shoot someone?
So the coroner found that she was shot from a distance. So clearly, she was shot with him like actually pointing the gun.
Yeah,
at her.
how could you actually shoot someone?
There is no.
Maybe she like said like, Dad, this is what I believe in. That's fine.
Well, I don't even think it was that.
To, like,
he was
walked
already
out of the room and he just.
I don't even. It was 15 seconds. Like, so he brought her in. She probably like walked in and maybe they were having a conversation and like he was. My guess is like she like walked past like to the other side of the room while they were having this conversation. He like took the gun out while she was walking past and then shot her.
That's so haunting.
And in that instance, as horrible as a crime that is, I would not be in favor of him having like the torture of what it like the mental torture of like what it's like to shoot someone.
Oof.
I think it's horrific, but I don't think
the mom and siblings would. I mean, I don't know if she even had siblings, but other family members would.
Yeah, she had siblings.
Other family members would think very differently.
So what I had said was like when I was going over this was that because her boyfriend was there with her, if I was the boyfriend and I found out that happened, I would probably be going to jail myself.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
As the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Would you be in favor of this whole AI prison concept?
I don't.
For the dad.
I don't think I would.
Really?
No, because
being the boyfriend.
No, because I don't think that. Yeah. Because I'm thinking like if someone did this, to someone that I loved like this. No, I don't think so. Because I think what I would want. I don't think I would want torture. I think I would want.
You want to revenge yourself?
Well, no. I think what I would want is. Like, so in the heat of the moment, I would want to kill them myself. Mm-hmm. Like, I would, but what I think after I cooled down and everything, I would just want them locked away and I wouldn't want to see them again. I don't think I would want them to be tortured because I don't think it's productive. I think someone, okay, so like solitary confinement, for example, that is deemed as like a mental like torture that like we do not allow anymore.
Really?
Yes. Oh. Because humans are social creatures. We need to have other people around us. Otherwise, we'll start making up people. We'll start seeing things and all that stuff. So
that's
like,
not a bad thing.
That was social or what?
I mean, I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah, but if you're in like solitary confinement for a long time,
well, if you're in solitary confinement,
yeah,
there's a big reason you're there.
No,
and it's not a good thing.
But I'm not talking like like you have your own holding cell. So because
yeah, you're surrounded by all white walls. And
yeah, well, I'm
straight jacket.
I'm not even talking that. I'm talking like you're in like a little cell where there's nothing around, and they like open this little hatch to like give you your food.
That drives me nuts.
Exactly. That's exactly.
But I think I'd be okay.
You wouldn't
listen. Hey man, I'd go crazy, but I'd have my imaginary friends with me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would adapt, even though it would be absolutely horrendous. It would be a horrendous way to adapt. I would. I'd be like, well. And me personally, I would come to terms with myself. I'd be like, yeah, well, I deserve to be here. Like, maybe. I did whatever I did to be put.
Yeah.
And again, it's like
I think viewing like okay, a lot of people view criminals and honestly homeless people too as if they're not humans, and I think that this kind of like. Torture thing of like, they're criminals, so like, let's torture them. I think that is a very Machiavellian, sadistic, like, we just want to get revenge. We just want them to be tortured kind of thing. Cause like in our eyes, they're no longer human. I think it's a very like, I keep thinking in my mind like low IQ. Low IQ is not what I mean to say. It's a very like like base animal, like almost inhuman way of being. I feel like it's a very dehumanizing way of viewing people. I guess I would say. And I think it is not only unconducive, but like contradictory to a functioning society that actually like cares about each other. We have a lot of things, and technology is only hurting. Like I mentioned, the ring thing. We have a very low trust society where it's crazy because like crime is actually super fucking low right now. I think the highest it had like a spike in like the 90s or something, and since then it's basically been tapering off. It had a spike again in COVID with the 20s, and a lot of that was domestic violence because people were forced to live together and were like, hey, you know what? I don't actually like you anymore, you know? Shit like that. So like that stuff did happen. But I think so like, for one, I think that with the prison system being as it currently is, that kind of technology is horrific because I could see it being used for rehabilitation, but with the way that the system currently is, it would only be used for torture, and I don't think that is.
You think it'd be used for torture instead of
rehabilitation, 100%. And I don't. I think that we have a lot of things that are, and I don't know. I feel a little bit similarly to like the true crime stuff. You have like regular people all the time now, like worried like that they're gonna get like kidnapped when they go to like Walmart or something. And like while abductions like that do happen, they're so much rarer than you think. And the crazy thing is, we have people worried about things like this when we have real horrific criminal activities, like, again, I'll point to the Epstein files, that have been happening in broad daylight, like under our nose, not even under our noses. Like, they bragged about this kind of stuff, basically, for decades. And, like, the real crimes that, like, really heinous, evil people commit are, like, happening right in front of us. They don't even need this, like, shadowy, like, mental torture or whatever, like, or whatever it might be. It's like, you have like neighborhood watch programs and stuff, like all these different things, and it's like, obviously there's a level of security that you want, and I will even say, like, prison cannot be just for rehabilitation. Like, there does need to be an element of like, okay, you are not fit to be in society anymore. Like, we have to just keep you away from society. It is what it is. But it does need to be more humane in a lot of ways. Like, our prisons already in America, like, fucking suck. Now, granted, yes, they're better than, like, I don't know, some third world country's prison. But for a first world prison, like, they're fucking awful. A lot of prisons, like, I want to say, like, Denmark, a lot of, like, more Nordic, like, social democrat kind of countries, like Norway, I think the Netherlands, don't quote me on that, they have better prisons because, when you're a kid, you're kind of taught, like, you're given, like, a version of prison when you do, like, a bad thing. You're put in timeout. But your timeout is, you're just sitting, like, somewhere for a bit, and you're just, like, waiting to, like, be let out. With all the stuff that goes into prison is a lot rougher than it needs to be. And I think that, a much more humane prison system leads to a better society for everybody. And I think that working to like focus on rehabilitation, not all the time. There are cases where people can't be rehabilitated. But for the most part, rehabilitation needs to take place. Now, there is something to be said as well as far as like revenge and stuff. Not even revenge as far as like, just like they need to be like defamation, for example. If you like horrifically defame someone's character, like you need to like pay the crime for that. And part of the reason for that punishment aspect is not just for torture, as in like, well, they suffered, so I want you to suffer too, or I suffered, so I want you to suffer too, whatever it might be. But it's, I want what happened to me to never happen to anybody else. So people need to know there are consequences for this, so that this does not happen to other people. Yeah. It's disincentivizing that behavior. But I think that the way the prison system works now, and the way that AI, Cogni, what did you call it?
I think it was called like Cognify.
Yeah,
something like that.
That kind of stuff. It's very antisocial. It leads to further distrust. It leads to like a bunch of other things. I'll tell you what it could also lead to. It could lead to more violent criminals, like killing cops and stuff. Because now the stakes are not, okay, you're going to get arrested and you're going to wait in prison for a while. Now it's, you're going to get arrested and we're going to torture you. It's like, okay, well now I have a lot more incentive to fucking kill you because I don't want to go there. I don't want to be tortured, Well,
so I mean, if you let's say some person kills a cop. And let's say this thing comes to pass, like this Cognify thing is like a legitimate, like modern day thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone kills a cop, then that's what they're gonna get. They're gonna get this Cognify thing.
No. I'm saying like they are already like
going to be under that. So what does it matter? I mean, shoot.
Yeah, so like they'll kill like whoever and like stay on the run because they don't want to be. I just think. Well,
I do agree. Prisons need to have some sort of rehabilitation, but also there needs to be some, not torture, but there needs to be some level of like, hey, listen, you murdered a family of 4.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you get to pay the price. Like again, not torture. But again, you murdered a family of 4. A wife, husband, 2 kids. You're gonna get what's coming to you. In the prison.
Yeah. I just don't think that
because yes, let's say they kill this family of 4. Yes, they get put in prison and then they're starting to rehabilitate. Did they learn from what they did?
So here's
there needs to be a sense of okay,
justice.
What I did was horrible.
Yes.
I don't want to do that ever again.
But think about this as well. What about people who are framed or falsely accused? So let's take for example, it doesn't happen nearly as much as some people like to fearmonger about it, but let's say a man or even a woman, it could be anyone, but primarily a man, gets falsely accused of rape. And now they are in this prison, and they are having to, not only are they in here wrongly in general, but they are going through this mental torture now of what it is like to be raped when they didn't do it in the first place.
Right.
They didn't.
That's understandable.
Or murder, or whatever it is. Right. You were framed for a murder, or whatever it is. It's now you're going to feel what it's like to be killed yourself. It's
not immediately. They would go to court.
Yeah, but there are people who are in prison for years before their cases are found to be.
Then I don't think the thing should. I don't think it should be for people falsely in prison. But
that's the thing. If you don't find out they're falsely imprisoned until after that would happen.
Maybe it should. It probably will never happen. But I think there should be a thing for people who are falsely accused of whatever. I think there should be it probably, hopefully, it'd be cool if it could be a real thing. I don't think it will be in the near future or whatever. But for people that are falsely accused or whatever, they should also be hooked up to a machine, but that machine kind of like reveals the actual truth. So like they get hooked up to this, but again, it sounds like something out of like a fantasy movie or whatever. But like if they could be hooked to this like little machine or whatever, and like the truth is actually revealed like through memories or whatever or something, well then they'd be like, okay, you were falsely accused.
I will say our memories are actually pretty flawed. Like we don't remember things nearly as well as we often think we do.
Well, just like not memories, but like something happens to where the truth is revealed, to where you were falsely accused for raping this person. Like we need to find the actual person who did this.
And almost like a high-tech lie detector.
Yeah, so something like that. So then the falsely accused person, like they're not put in prison.
They're acquitted.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Again, something like that probably will never happen, unfortunately. But government, if you're listening, I mean, let's be honest, you're always listening.
I was gonna say, what do you mean?
Y'all should do this for the betterment of society.
They won't. That's why they won't do it.
Well, then I'll do it.
For the betterment of society.
I'll do it.
No, so there's this theory I've been hearing lately, and I kind of agree with this, that, like, the powers that be basically believe that, like, democracy and, like, modern civilization is kind of on the way out. And what they want to develop is this authoritarian, techno-feudalistic, what's the word I'm looking for here? Surveillance state.
Am I going to be able to gain any type of superpower from this?
No. Damn. Why would you?
I don't know, because it's something,
like The Boys?
Yeah, something like that. Shoot, I'll take it, except minus your brain turning to sludge and...
Well, I mean, you don't get to choose if you take the V. You don't get to choose what powers you get with the V compound V.
Well, then I get to choose.
No, that's not how...
There's a whole...
We'll be talking about choosing fun stuff, though, a bit later, though.
No.
I don't know. It all just reminds me of that meme of, like, scientists have learned how to build they built the Torment Nexus from the hit sci-fi novel Don't Build the Torment Nexus. It's I don't know. I don't know. It's so, like, I've said this before, but, like, if we got to, like, the level of the surveillance state where, like, we're constantly being watched all the time, constantly being monitored, and, like, there's nothing we can do about it, and, like, they can always come for us in whatever capacity or whatever, I would think I would just opt out of life. Like, I think, because what life is that to live when like, you're not, I don't know, it's not, I don't know, it's so dystopic. Like,
I can only speak for myself. Like, sure, if they want to spy on me, that's fine. They're not going to see really anything, like criminal or anything exciting.
That's part of the problem, though. People often think that, where they're like, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, like, there's nothing to hide. They can always find something that you're like, I'm talking about, like, God, especially if they did, like, mental. Like thought crimes. Oh, you thought that thing, we don't like you thinking. Oof. Like, yeah, all that. Like, that's fucking. Might as well just end it. Like, there's no. Unless you can find a way to fight back against it. There's no way to.
You gonna lead the rebellion?
I'm gonna lead the rebellion. For legal reasons, I will say no. So they can't look at this in like 20 years when they're doing it. They're like, we know who to go after.
And plus, be nice to your AI. Be nice to your AI.
You are so
anything could happen.
What, like kiss ass to your AI? I want to see not your AI.
Not kiss ass, but I'm just like, okay, you don't really get what I asked for. Let me ask again. Blah, blah, blah. You gotta be nice to her or it, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to give your Alexa or Siri a personality,
No, that's what I mean. Your Alexa. You like chat with it.
I do, and she's very nice actually. She gives me a lot of.
She even
Like today, she lit up with a green light. I'm like, hey Alexa, what are my notifications?
You don't have to.
Not you. I meant my.
He just turned my Alexa on.
I meant my.
I thought I called it Echo because I hate. I remember turning its name to Echo because I hate having it go off whenever it hears that name.
Well,
I don't know if the mic picked that up.
My Alexa.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not.
Also, by the way, like that's why like the reason that you're like Alexa and other. God damn it!
There
Oh my god!
So for backstory, Christian has an Alexa type of thing. We see you lighting up.
It's the Amazon like box thing.
Right.
For example, I excel in games. Relax.
Alexa, stop.
Education.
There we go.
Anyways, that thing lit up today in my living room or in my kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, blah blah.
Yeah.
What are my notifications for today? And she's like, oh, there's gonna be a thing of
You have like the cylindrical one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, oh, there's gonna be like a spout of rain today in Spring Hill. Blah blah blah. It's just stuff. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she's like, you're very welcome. Have a good day. I'm like, thank you. You too. And she said, I'm a robot, so I don't know if I can have a good day.
No, so that's the thing.
I'm like, okay, cool.
I appreciate you told it like I love you or something one day.
I did.
And it responded.
I was like, Bubba,
but
do you love me?
So here's the thing. Those devices, Alexa, Siri, all those other different things, are not
Lana.
They're not from Too Hot to Handle.
That's right.
Well, I mean,
Lana's a babe.
But Lana's a cone, my friend.
Okay, if you could give Lana
a body,
a look, what would she look like to you? She has to be British, obviously.
She is British, yeah.
She's British.
She's, honestly, this is gonna be lame. I'd probably just find the voice actress and like see what she actually looks like. And then, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. She would be wearing like white and purple because that's her vibe, right? I think she'd be a brunette. Probably have brown, maybe blue eyes.
I can see that.
Probably white, but not like pale, not like super fair skin. But
right.
But then again, if she's British, she like that's pretty common for the British. So I don't know, maybe. I think I don't know. She'd be like not like a supermodel,
right?
But she'd she'd look like average hot, I guess. Like a nice, like the kind of girl you see and you'd be like, hey, you're cute. Like I want to, like the kind of girl you'd see out about me. Yeah. She's probably wearing glasses. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give her glasses for you. You don't want her to wear glasses?
I actually don't think she'd be wearing glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
She doesn't sound. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see her as a librarian.
I feel like that's the thing. She's very like kind of studious, very intelligent, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd give her like that kind of vibe.
Okay.
Kind of maybe not chic, but more of like I guess like a casual chic kind of clothing style. And Bad Lana would be a little bit similar, except I think she would wear. She'd definitely be wearing leather. She'd be wearing like almost a BDSM kind of outfit. She would wear, or maybe she would just wear like a leather jacket and like some like ripped jeans. Maybe have like a very like kind of like rock and roll kind of style. You know what I mean? She'd have some kind of like whip, some kind of like thing to like she snaps for sure. She would not wear glasses. She would. I don't know if she'd have like, because her like thing would be black and red, right? I don't know if she would have like dark hair. I mean, she'd have dark hair, but I don't know if it'd be like black or be like with like a red streak in it or something, or like just like some red accents on like her clothes or something.
She's a little bit edgy.
Yeah, 100%. She's definitely edgy. Yeah. That's kind of how I would view her.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But anyway, but in those cases, those are just people like doing the voices.
All right.
Voices for these things. But in the case of what did you call it? Or no, we were talking about you're like assistant machines. We'll call them.
Right. Yeah.
They are not. Oh, go ahead.
No, she was just me and her were friendly to each other.
Yes, but she was like, look, I'm a robot. I can't have feelings like that for you. ChatGPT and I haven't talked to Gemini like it's a person or whatever, so I don't. But ChatGPT and stuff, but AI, like these things are not AI as how we think of AI with like Gemini and ChatGPT and Grok and all that. Those things are so sycophantic. They will not correct you. They will not. Like this is why it has led to people like killing themselves, where they've been like, oh, they've been like treating like like it's their therapist, and they're like, oh, I feel terrible, like I'm thinking of taking my own life. Like, you know what? Yeah, the world would be better off without you. It's like, here's some ways you can do it. Like, it's like Jesus Christ. So like these companies have like gotten in trouble for basically facilitating, maybe not facilitating, but like encouraging someone to kill themselves, basically, right? And things like that. So like, AI doesn't correct you. It doesn't, it doesn't do any of those things. Whereas like you could like ask one of these machines something and it'll actually correct you because it's pulling from like a database that it didn't like scrap from all over the internet. And it's like, because all AI really is it's predicting like what it thinks you want, essentially. Now, like, I've used AI for things like, okay, like one thing I'll tell you, people that get upset about like, oh, kids are using like AI to like go through their schoolwork. Yeah, no shit they are.
Man, dude,
of course they are.
Man, if there was AI when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So like in high school, I was like a C/B student.
Sure.
Every once in a while, I got an A. But man, if I had ChatGPT or Google Gemini or any of these other AI assistants in high school, I would be like an A+ student. That'd be amazing.
But you also wouldn't really learn anything.
No.
So like,
so on one hand, it's like, wow, I really wish I would have killed in school. But on the other hand, you're like, well, no, I actually learned how to like think on my own for myself, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, 6, 7, and
nuke drop an atomic bomb from a plane, nuke the whole left side of the U.S.
So the whole left side?
I don't know. That just in my head.
Wow. All right, that's crazy.
Thanos.
Wait. That's like Fallout almost. Well, Fallout was the entire world though.
Yeah.
But
some people agree with Thanos. Real life people.
I know.
Yeah. It's like
they're wrong.
I'll select few, sure, but half of humanity, no, because it could be you. It could be me.
It could be your loved one.
It could be.
Could be someone who you don't know is going to...
Your future lover.
Exactly. Or exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
but in the movie, like, the oceans were cleaner. Like things were more kind of peaceful. But, you had one guy that said him and his boyfriend couldn't get past dinner without crying. Yeah. There's a certain scene in Endgame where Steve Rogers
during the grief counseling thing.
Yeah. Okay. The guy. Fun fact was one of the producers or one of the directors for Endgame. I think Joe Russo or Anthony Russo. He made a little cameo.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, me and last
Russo
night me and my
brothers.
boyfriend had dinner, and we couldn't get past dessert without crying. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man. I mean, what do you like? It's crazy. It's rough.
But it's a good thing. Superpowers and and super deities and things like
Well,
that don't exist.
It's funny you say that.
Because if it did, we'd be fucked.
It's funny you say that because you had started you started doing this thing in our group chat.
I did?
Where you were doing this. What did you call it?
Fun Friday.
Just Fun Friday, okay.
Yeah.
So you had these questions.
Well, now
And
Monday Madness.
We're gonna do Monday now, yeah.
Every day there's gonna be something.
Yeah, every day. That'd be fucking wild.
Thrilling Tuesdays. Would you guys rather bungee jump from the highest building in the world, or would you rather sleep for 24 hours in a den with a lion that's hooked up to a wall?
I'd rather bungee jump.
You rather bungee jump?
Jesus Christ, yes.
I mean, both those things are thrilling. One of them.
That's
Some like daredevils, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'd rather sleep with a lion."
That's
like
crazy.
He'd probably die, but
yeah, man. Bungee jumping, I've never bungee jumped. I wouldn't mind.
I'll never bungee jump.
I know you hate heights.
Ever.
But like, if I'm attached to something and like I'm going down and I'm coming back up, like I know I have a better chance of survival than if I'm sleeping in a lion. Like, are you kidding?
But that lion is hooked up to like a chain or something, like to a wall.
So if I stay far enough away, but there's a chance it can break out, right?
There's a chance for both.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. He was doing the hand motion of 6'7" again.
Cut off both of my hands. No. But yeah. So what would it be like? Monday Madness, Thrilling Tuesdays,
Wacky Wednesday or Weird Wednesday.
Weird Wednesdays, Wacky Wednesdays, one of the two.
Thrilling Thursday, you said?
No, Thrilling Tuesdays.
Okay. Terrific. Terrifying Thursdays.
Terrifying Thursdays.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Come on.
Damn!
I mean, you can do that. And anyway, my
Sweet Saturday.
Okay.
Sexy Sunday.
I know what you're wrong.
Jeez.
But
that's it. We're gonna do it. That's funny.
No, I mean we can. But anyway, the reason that I brought this up is Jordan had proposed some fun questions to our group chat, and I was like, this would be fun to talk about on the podcast.
I did.
We'll go ahead and do the first two because we have two so far. What was your first one?
So the first one is if you could live in any fictional world you wanted for 10 years.
I don't like the 10-year stipulation. But it's okay. It's your question.
Yeah, so if you could live in any fictional world you want for 10 years, but you would take the place of like the main character of that fictional world, which fictional world would you choose and why? So
I have the way that he originally proposed this question was just if you could live in a fictional world, like what would it be? Like any fictional world. He later added like the 10 years, and I had to ask for the caveat. Like he was saying, he has to be specific with me. I asked the caveat of like, okay, am I like just a regular person? Am I still me, or can I like have like if I choose like a superpower, or can I have like all that stuff? And he said you take the place of the main character. But will you go ahead with your thing first?
Well, so. From a little kid, I have always been a big fan of Ben 10. So I would say Pokemon because I started playing Pokemon. Around like I think I was 5, maybe 6 when I started playing Pokemon. So I would have said Pokemon, but ultimately I was like, no, there's other different fictional world, different universes where it's a lot cooler. So I ultimately decided on Ben 10. I would obviously take the place of the main man himself, Ben 10, and again I would have my own Omnitrix. Which, for all you lovers of Ben 10, I know what this is, because I would have my own Omnitrix, and I would have my, core 10 aliens I could transform into, but I would also have, what is it? All like 1,992 aliens. Like extra aliens that I could choose that I could turn into, but the core 10 is what I would like turn to on a daily basis. So I again picked Ben 10, and yeah, that's my fictional world.
What were the aliens that you chose?
See, now that day I did have
Did you make a list?
I did have like a picture on Pinterest of all the aliens that are in the show that I would turn into, but I got sidetracked. But why don't you say yours, and I'll bring that list up again.
Yeah. So I'll say what my world is after if I would do the Ben 10 thing. First of all, I guess I'd have, because he wanted like a green watch or a pink watch or a blue watch as opposed to a green watch. I think like a black watch wouldn't really make sense, like a black light. I mean, I guess you could do a black light or like a white. I don't know. White's kind of lame. I think I'd want like a pink one. The light would be pink, but what I would choose is like a hot pink, like a neon pink. Mm-hmm. But what I would choose would be my aliens would be Heat Blast, Diamond Head, Accelerate, Big Chill. Did I say Diamond Head already? I think I said Diamond Head already.
Yeah, I think so.
Ben Wolf or
Blitzwolf.
Blitzwolf
is what it's called.
Jet Ray. Debating on Spider Monkey. No, I don't really see a purpose for that one. Upgrade. Are there any other? Is the Frankenstein one super smart, like Gray Matter and Brainiac or Brainstorm?
Kind of, but he's more like electricity-based powers.
I'm gonna have him.
There you go.
Are there any other smart ones other than Brainstorm and Gray Matter?
Brainstorm, Gray Matter. I'm looking at them right now. Brainstorm, Gray Matter. I think that's about it.
Okay, then I do Gray Matter, and I need one more. You said okay, so we did the Frankenstein one for the electricity. What other? Fucking Chromostone.
Solid choice.
Yeah. So those would be that'd be my roster, if you will. My
Not bad.
roster. Ben. Did you pick out yours?
I'm currently doing that as we speak.
Okay, so then then I'll go into my answer for the world that I want to be in.
Okay.
As well as the world that I want to be in, and like how it would work,
right?
If you will. So when I was thinking about this, the first thing I thought of was like superhero stuff, of course, but I was like, nah, like I think it'd be cool to like not be a human, but like I think I'd want to be like a Sonic character in the Sonic world, and specifically I chose the Archie Sonic comics. What I think I want, I'm playing with this a little bit loose here, but I would say I want to basically like have like basically be and have like the powers of like a shadow type character.
Okay.
But still have like my like personality, like not be like super brooding and stuff all the time, but have like, or Sonic's personality or what have you. I'd look a little different though. I'd have like the black with the fur and all that, but I'd have. So I think what I decided on is I want like white stripes where they're normally like red, right?
Okay.
And so like all the red would be replaced with white. Oh, except for the shoes. The shoes would be like the sole parts of the shoes would be black, I guess.
Okay.
Because they're normally red with white. The shoes are white with red. Anyway, yeah. So I think it would do something like that, or maybe the shoes would be black and the soles would be white. I'm not sure. And then what I would choose, what I would do. Oh, so I guess basically kind of look like a little bit like Mephiles. Like the first form of Mephiles when he looks more like Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's like a kind of a good way to explain it. And then the super form would be, my super form would be, and then I guess for like the energy stuff, instead of like red for like Chaos Blast and stuff, it would be like, I don't know, I'm thinking either purple or pink. Maybe that'd be purple. And then the lightning bolts for like Chaos Sphere and stuff would be, like a blue electricity as opposed to a yellow electricity. Stuff like that. So those kind of things. And then I would say the super form, like the eyes would be, I guess the eyes would be like a light blue. Or maybe they'd be dark. Maybe they'd be like maybe they'd be black. I don't know. They're either black or like a ice blue. Like I don't know. And then the what do you call it? For my super form, I'm thinking instead of just gold, it would be like, actually maybe it would be like the black fur turns gold and then the white stripes turn black. Maybe something like that. I don't know. And then the eyes would be, maybe that's when the eyes would be like a icy blue, and then before that they would be black. I'm not sure. But anyway, something like that. The other thing that I thought of for a minute was I thought of there's this comic series I really like called Grimm Fairy Tales by Zenoscope. Where basically it's like a more modern adult rendition on classic fairy tales. But there's very much a horror element to them, and I don't love that simply because I don't think I'd want to live in a world of like horror.
Yeah, that would put a damper on my soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
So because of that, like I would not want to like choose that like overall. But what I really like about Grimm Fairy Tales is, you got these classic fairy tales and there's all these different variations on characters and stuff, and a lot of them are very sexy versions of classic fairy tale characters like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. They have like a female Mowgli from the Jungle Book, for example. Like all these different things, and so I'd really like that too. But I wouldn't want to. Now, it does take a turn in like 2012 or something where it starts to become more of like an action, almost superhero series. I could do that too. Who I'd want to be in that world, though, I don't know. I guess I'd want to be like a Prince character, like one of the Prince characters, and I get to like be with the girl, like I don't know, be with the girls and stuff. I don't know exactly, but no, I think the Sonic world fits me more, and I think that it like lends to more fun discussion on it. But I'm curious, any of you guys in the comments, if you want to say what your world would be like and what your Omnitrix would be, if you're familiar with Ben 10. Even if you don't choose the Ben 10 world, what your Omnitrix would be anyway, because that's just fun to talk about. So that would be my answer for those things. And was that enough time for you to?
Sure was.
Hell yeah.
So like Pokemon, I got to do
Gotta
a lot.
catch 'em all.
Got to do a lot of research.
Mm.
Got to really So this guy has this kind of power. Have these powers, and yada. And from watching, Ben 10 to a little bit of Ben 10 Omniverse, I kind of have a good, very solid idea of what each alien can do. So first up on my list, in the original Ben 10, in the original series, he was shown first for a reason, because he's badass. And that alien that is on and so a little side thing in Ben 10, your aliens that you have, your 10 aliens that you have are called playlists. So first alien on my playlist that I would have is obviously the OG himself,
Heat Blast.
Heat Blast.
Okay.
Come on, you cannot deny it. So again, the first alien on my on my playlist is Heat Blast. Then we got Diamond Head, Accelerate, Gray Matter. Then we got Cannon Bolt.
Oh, I forgot about Cannon Bolt. Yeah.
And then for because a lot of people love to. Oh, Forearms is
I'm not like
Forearms is the best. Oh no, Humongousaur is no.
It's just because they were like overused.
Exactly.
I don't like.
So my fifth alien on my playlist would be Waybig. Not only can Waybig literally become a giant, and we're talking about like 2 or 3 skyscrapers tall.
Well, because he's not just big; he's
way big. That's right. Not only does he has size manipulation powers, but he also, with his size, comes strength.
Can he go really small too?
He can. Okay. He can shrink down to like about the normal height of a human.
Oh, okay.
So he could be the height of a normal human,
but not like Gray Matter.
No.
Okay, go on.
But again, he can turn. He could become as tall as like 2 skyscrapers. But with that size comes his strength. So if he becomes, his full Waybig, right? He has immense strength.
Right.
But if he's down to like a human size, he has like the basic
regular human strength.
Human strength.
Okay.
So on my playlist we got Heat Blast, Diamond Head, Accelerate, Gray Matter, Cannon Bolt, Waybig. And then for my first flyer, we got Jet Ray. Great thing about him is that he is, I think, he is only the 3rd alien that can breathe in space. So if you need to go in space for some reason, Jet Ray, there's other ones, but Jet Ray is one of your guys. So what's that? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th is Jet Ray. 8th alien on my playlist is Big Chill. He has like 4 other powers that comes with his whole getup. And then one of my favorite electrical alien, Feedback.
Which one is Feedback?
He's in the Omniverse series, but he's like a black alien. He has like a little bit of green. He has 1 green eye. His fingertips are like plugins, I guess.
Oh, you know what?
And he has like tendrils on his head that are also like plugins, so he can absorb and redirect energy and electricity. And he can fly. So like with these aliens, you can do a lot of like different power sets.
Yeah. So Feedback's cool too. I forgot about Feedback though. What isn't there like a Sasquatch electric one or something?
I'm looking right now. Shock Squatch.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian?
He speaks Canadian.
That's hilarious. Oh, you know what? I might actually choose him as opposed to the Frankenman.
Okay.
Because they both do electricity, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna choose that instead of the. Can he like make electricity like from himself?
Yeah.
Or, okay. And so what? Because they're both strong and have electric powers.
Yeah.
But specifically, by the way, the yellow version of him, not the this gross white and gray version.
Oh yeah, no, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. So you're talking about the Ultimate Alien version.
Yeah. What is this white and gray thing from?
That is from, and again, if y'all know, you know, is from when Cartoon Network did a crossover between Generator Rex and Ben 10.
I still need to see that.
That was like the first ever debut of Shock Squatch. So the big Yeti thing, the white and gray Yeti.
It's not good.
Yeah, he's
not
kind
good at all.
of weird looking, but
it's not good. So I'd choose the yellow version. So okay, what are the different? Because that one and the Frankenben one are both like strong and have electric powers.
Right.
What is the difference between either of them?
I don't think there's really any difference.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like.
So the Franken, what's his name?
Frankenben.
I have him right here. Where?
Oh, Frankenstrike. Yeah.
Frankenstrike. So he can electrically he can electrically walk up walls and stick to things. So if you're in space and you don't want to float away, you can use your electric powers to stick to the side of a spacecraft or whatever.
I'm gonna replace Frankenstrike with Shock Squatch.
Shock Squatch. Yeah.
But again, the yellow one, not the fucking. Gotta be clear on that.
Okay.
Go on.
But yeah, so my playlist so far is Heat Blast, Diamond Head, Accelerate,
you're up to
Gray
6,
Matter,
7.
Cannonbolt, Way Big, Jet Ray, Big Chill, Feedback, Badass, and then just in case of some universal threats or something that this needs to get done now and it needs to get done fast. Alien X.
Fast? Alien X?
So in
you're
Ben
gonna have
10,
to deal with those stupid.
Well, so you would think so, and yes.
Okay.
But in Ben 10, I think it's Ultimate Alien. Ben figures out how to kind of trick the two entities.
For those that are unfamiliar with Ben 10, specifically Alien X, it's basically like God mode, except when you go into that form, to do anything, even so much as fucking move your finger.
Literally move.
Yeah, to do literally anything. You have to talk to these, you have to debate with these, two floating heads in the inside of it, if you will, and they don't agree on anything. And
so the female head is the voice of compassion.
Okay.
No. The female head is the voice of joy.
Reason?
No. Ben is the voice of reason. Ben's the mediator.
Right.
He's okay, I see your side. Here's my take. What do we all think? So he's kind of like that. He's like your lawyer.
Ben understands the importance of nuance and discussion.
Yes. So the female head is the voice of reason or compassion. The male head is the voice of
aggression,
truth.
Okay.
Yes, you may think it's this, but it's this.
So it's pathos and logos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Ben is the voice of reason. Hey, listen, the whole entire world is about to die. You need to let me essentially take control of Alien X. So Alien X to Ben is like a car. You have to give me the controls.
Get mom and dad's permission.
Exactly. To rev up Alien X. But so in Ultimate Alien, Ben finds out the only way to successfully operate Alien X instead of spending 20 minutes debating. So he kind of tricks them hey, listen, if I do this, you guys get to debate each other without me there. Because both of the heads find Ben annoying. They're we don't really need
we just
you
want
here.
to debate.
So he's basically
oh my god,
if you guys let me save the universe or save the world or whatever, I'll do that. But also, you won't see me again. They're
debate bros. They don't care about the outcome. They just want to debate.
Exactly.
That's
so
ridiculous.
so basically, if you guys let me do this, I'll do it. and then you guys won't have to be bothered by me ever again. And they're like,
Mm.
both of the heads are like, you know what, that's a good idea. We can debate in peace. Yes.
So then, do you even need any other alien if you have full control of Alien X? You're just always God mode. You can just always go into God mode.
Yeah.
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 But that's the difference. Like if I went Heat Blast, I don't have
God mode.
well, not God mode, but like I don't have people that I have.
Right.
I don't have entities that I have to be like, hey,
You have to
I need to do this.
appease.
Exactly. That's the only cut. And again, that's what makes him so special is that he has that.
Well, I like that Alien X has that drawback because it's like you have this invincible like.
So Alien X's race is called a Celestial Sapien. They're literally gods of the Ben 10 universe.
That's crazy.
He's literally a god.
Yeah.
He can do anything he wants.
Wow.
Yeah. Rewrite, remake a universe, do anything. Anything you can think of, Alien X can do.
I wouldn't want... This is the thing for me, too, in general. I don't want that level of power, anyway. That's...
And you're thinking like Ben. Because Ben, even though he's matured a little bit, Ben also, he's still an arrogant, cocky motherfucker, whatever. So he has Kevin and Gwen make these, like, contingency keys to where he can't activate Alien X until both Kevin and Gwen insert both of the keys into the Omnitrix.
Sure.
And so that's when Alien X is unlocked, and you can use it. Other than that, they both Kevin and Gwen keep the keys, so that way Ben can never turn into Alien X on his own. He would have to be like, "Hey, you guys need to give me the keys now, so I can become Alien X." But yeah, so that's why I said in case of the universe is about to die, or in case something traumatic is about to happen, Alien X.
Mm-hmm.
So those are. That is my Omnitrix Alien playlist.
Okay.
Or roster, as some people would say, if I was in the Ben 10 universe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Who would you want your, like, I guess, like, are you just assuming the role of Ben? Like, who would you want your companions to be? And or would you have a love interest?
I would have pens, and I would have a love interest. Yeah.
What would be what?
Oh man, my love interest. So like, just in general, from the show, or just
what do you mean?
Like what do you mean? Like
in the world of Ben 10.
Oh, in the world.
Like,
so
say you're
like
all,
those characters.
Yeah, like say you're all
okay.
Think like when Ben went to like the future and like saw the adult versions.
Right.
Like you're all you're all the same. You're all in your 20s or whatever, 20s, 30s, whatever.
Yeah. I would definitely have Grandpa Max. Like he's a solid.
He's awesome.
He's a solid voice of like, hey, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like just because you can, Yeah. So definitely. Actually, I would have 3 companions instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have Uncle Ben or Uncle Ben. I'd have Grandpa Max and Uncle Ben. Hey, listen.
Aww.
You can't have too much wisdom.
You want to throw in?
I'll bring in Peter too, buddy.
Well, no. I was gonna say Uncle Ira while you're at it.
Oh man.
Like
Uncle Ira,
get the
Uncle
ultimate,
Ben, Grandpa. You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
That's gonna be.
Let's do it.
But they have to be from the Ben 10 world. It's crazy.
Uncle Ben, Grandpa Max, and Uncle Iro. Let's throw in freaking. Oh no. So no, I would have Grandpa Max as my first companion out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Him. I'm gonna take their route. I would have Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, Jesus Christ. I would have Grandpa Max. There's a difference, Jordan.
That's right.
I'd have Grandpa Max. And then I would have a best friend like Kevin.
Yeah.
Don't know who that would be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have like another family member, but not like.
But what I mean is the character. Like, what characters?
So characters, Grandpa Max. Trying to think. Grandpa Max.
It's just a bunch of Grandpa Maxes. I'm gonna have Grandpa Grandpa Max.
Hey, Grandpa Max 23rd. Hey, what you doing?
Because like for me, I would just stick with the class. I would just stick with Kevin and Gwen.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
I
feel like that team of like the porcupine dude.
Yeah.
And the guy that was voiced by Cyclops. And,
I would have Grandpa Max.
Uh-huh.
Then I would either have the porcupine guy as like my Kevin. So I would have Grandpa Max. Then I would either have the porcupine guy or Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other companion, I think I'd have Gwen too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then my love interest.
Could also be Gwen, Kevin, or the porcupine.
I
know how I feel about Kevin.
Kevin's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
My love interest would be Charmcaster.
Okay.
Grown up Charmcaster.
You had a crush on her growing up?
Have you seen Grown Up Charmcaster?
I had. Well, no, that's what you're all in your like 20s or 30s.
Oh yeah. Grown Up Charmcaster like, would be
my
my
late 20s.
Yeah. So Grown Up Charmcaster would be my love interest.
Yeah.
And then Grandpa Max, Kevin, and then Gwen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And then my arch enemy, if I had to choose one, give me original series of Vilgax.
Okay.
Omniverse Vilgax, lame.
Yeah.
Alien Force Vilgax, very lame. Like stupid lame. Yeah. Give me my arch enemy for like life. Like the big bad would be original series Vilgax, where he has the pumps in his arm, or he like engages the pumps in his arms, become like freaking massive.
For me, Vilgax, and it's kind of like Slade in Teen Titans. Vilgax is one of those characters where,
but like make Vilgax a little more evil, just a little bit more.
To me, Vilgax is one of those characters where when they're more like menacing when they're in the shadows and they're orchestrating stuff than when they like become an actual like.
And they're out in the open.
Yes, and they're fighting and like all that stuff. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I guess I'll say like my team would also be what you do. Now, isn't there? I don't know if they play soccer together or what. Isn't? I know. I've seen it. There's some like not like Superman character, but like there's a. Oh, you know what? I want that the fat kid that like makes technical stuff.
Cooper.
Yeah, cool too. Yeah. And I'd hope he's like super buff as an adult. Like that.
He is.
That's awesome.
He is.
Yeah. I would want also so Kevin, Gwen, like that whole team basically. And I guess my love interest would be I don't remember her name, but like the okay. I want one of two. One, I don't remember her name, and one I do. One would either be the like Native American girl that Ben actually does get with. You don't like her?
No, like I don't know. I'll explain like why.
Or I would say I don't know her name, but I know there's like a. She's not like a Superman character. There's some kind of like some kind of blonde chick that like is in the series for a bit.
Yeah, you're talking about gosh, what's her name? Actually, I don't know if you'd be bummed out or not. Her name is Eunice, and she is basically the Omnitrix as a person. So she's essentially like a android, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's not the one.
No?
I don't think that's what I'm thinking
Huh.
of.
I mean,
Maybe that is.
There's Eunice.
Oh, that is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also Julie. She's cute.
She is. Yeah.
Ben did her dirty, dude.
Yeah, I like
I
you.
like Ben.
I've only seen images of her, like in Ben's jacket and stuff, and I thought they were like
Yeah.
a couple, and she was almost like a female Benner. Like, yeah, Eunice, I think it would be pronounced, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd either go with Eunice or the Native American chick. Why don't you like the Native American chick?
Because for those of you who know, you know.
Also, wait, does Eunice still have like her cute personality and everything? Like in this world, she'd still have her.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'd go with.
But she would go back to being part of the Omnitrix.
No. Does she have to?
She
No.
she like it's her like.
Damn it, man.
Like it's like her like programming.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they share a kiss and everything. That could be me. It should have been me.
Yeah.
Not him. Me. Damn.
That was today.
Today.
I love that.
All right, fine. I'm someone that looks like her at least.
Okay.
Break my heart. Oh, what's the issue with the?
So
Is it because when they're kids, he only likes them in his wolf form?
Yeah, it's like
when
you freak. Like
when they get married.
But the part about that I really liked is
Mhm.
before that Gwen and Ben they used to tease and they were bickering with each other. They didn't really like each other. They tolerated each other, but they didn't really like each other.
Julie's really cute though. Too.
Julie's
You're
cute.
not wrong about that.
But when her name's Kai.
Yes,
When Kai was like, oh well, I only like you when you're in your wolf form, and Gwen steps up. She's like, hey, you can't treat him like that. He's a human. Like you can't just do that. Like blah blah. And Ben's all butthurt. He's like, oh my gosh, like she was the one. And Gwen was like, listen, Ben, you don't need her. Like there are other girls out there that will like you for you,
yeah.
and not some alien werewolf.
Right.
And he's like, really? And she's like, yeah. But there's one thing you gotta know how to deal with women, deal with girls. And he's like, what's the secret? And she's like, I'll tell you when you're a little bit older. And she walks away, and he's like, well, no, tell me, please. You can't just walk away and not tell. So that whole thing, but it's just like just that initial. Again, first impressions are everything.
Right.
That first oh well, you're cool. She friend zoned his ass. She's like, I mean, you're cool, Ben, but like I liked you better when you were in wolf form. Like that's it. It's like, but throughout the continuous series, they both grow to like each other. She grows to like him, like a normal person, and turns out they get married and have a kid. That sounds exactly like Ben when he was. That sounds original series Ben. But I mean, she's okay. She's she's okay.
I'm looking through like the love interests and everything.
Uh-huh.
Do you realize how much Eunice is my type?
Oh, she is definitely the type.
Realize?
She's literally the girl down the road.
Well, no. Like she's got a crop top and like short jean shorts and stuff, and like that's the look. That's
and then there's Sunny.
Sunny.
She's a real edgy, like another version of Gwen, but she's. She's their cousin.
Oh yeah, she definitely had. You know what? She looks like Logan's type.
Oof, Logan.
Because he likes that I tend to like the blonde and fair skin, so he likes the black hair and the dark hair and fair. And she got like the blue eyes and stuff. She got like a bit of a Megan Fox vibe, for sure. But yeah, she definitely has like a gothic vibe for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, though. That's funny. Man, you need to break my heart.
Well, listen, I'd rather tell you in advance.
No, I get
it. When you guys are hanging out, she all of a sudden dissipates.
Goes back into my watch?
Yeah, and you're like,
damn.
What happened? Come out, what happened?
Can you get her back?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can, I don't know.
they had a I don't know. Anyway, I'm just. Yeah, but yeah, but you know, as they like grow up and everything, Kai wants to be with Ben for Ben, so you know.
That was like okay, cool.
Yeah. So I could see that too.
No.
But and then I would say so then for the Sonic stuff, I you know what? I would want a team comprised of like the main Freedom Fighters, which are Sonic. Well, okay. I would want for my team. Yes, I'd want the Freedom Fighters, but I'd also want Knuckles. So I want Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Sally. I guess I'd be Sonic in that regard. So then I'd have Tails, Knuckles, Sally. But I also want like Rouge and Shadow and Omega, and there's kind of like too many. I would just like to have the main team as well as like Shadow and Omega as like my main like companions. And I think my love interest would probably also be Sally, just like it is for Sonic, because she's just awesome. She's like badass and sweet and cool, and she has her moments where she's like kind of a bitch, but for the most part, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not a furry, just want to.
No.
But but yeah, like that's probably how I'd go about that.
Nice.
So again, you know, your guys, same question kind of you guys. Who would you be? What would your team be like? What would the world be? Whatever, you know, all that good stuff. Love interest if you want them, you know, if not, whatever, it is what it is. And then you had another fun, a shorter question. And then I have one more thing I want to talk about, and then I think we're going to be good for this episode. What was it? What would you...
I don't remember it.
It was like, would you rather be blindly optimistic or constantly skeptical? And once again, our buddy Logan actually jumped in and was asking for caveats first before I was like, okay, great, now I don't have to like ask for these. And we were kind of asking basically to define the terms, like what do you mean by blindly optimistic? What do you mean by, you know, constantly skeptical? And I think I would choose out of the two. So I'll explain like how I understand them to be. To me, blind optimism would be like, you're always thinking like no matter what you do, things are always going to work out. Like things are always going to get better, whatever happens, right? But you're not really like feeling the need to like take action toward anything, toward changing anything in your life or the world or whatever, because you think that it's just going to magically work itself out. I think constant skepticism would be better. The only thing about that is with constant skepticism, what I wonder is, am I then skeptical about my skepticism? To which I believe you said no, you're just like skeptical like from the jump, and then you're not skeptical of your skepticism, you're just skeptical like in general. So I would say constant skepticism would be better. And then, how about you?
I said I think I said the skepticism. Yeah.
And your reason for that?
Oh, I don't know. It's just like like Logan's reason. I want to be able to teach people, give out wisdom and all that kind of stuff. And if I chose the other one, I could not do that.
Understood. For sure. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I think these were it was a very very good discussion we've had in general here.
Yep.
There is one other thing that you had you asked in the beginning, and I never actually answered, which is very simply, how'd you spend your Valentine's Day? So my Valentine's Day and leading up to it was I pretty much like all Valentine's Day, well, and kind of leading up to it. I've been getting back into, and I've done it a little bit here and there, but I've been getting back into playing guitar a little bit, and not to the level where I'm wanting to do it for my career and doing it all the time and all that. But just learning different. I consider them love songs, even though they're not slow and stuff. But songs about love and stuff like that. Doing a lot of that, and which a lot of songs are love songs anyway, mind you, obviously. But anyway, so just all that kind of stuff, and apart from that, I have been. So I'm big into themed stuff, right? But yesterday, when I was waiting for you to come over for 2 hours, I was just playing music.
Yeah.
But it was fun, it was good to do that again. But so yeah, I'm very very much into themed stuff, and I saw a few movies that are Valentine's Day themed. Let me.
Right.
The first one was Miss Valentine is what it's called, and it's basically it's okay. So it's kind of like a what do you call it? It's kind of like a Hallmark movie, a very Hallmark plot kind of thing.
Right.
But I realized what I don't like about Hallmark movies is the way the characters act and the way they talk and all those different things. It's not necessarily the plot itself, because in Miss Valentine, it's this girl who won this beauty pageant, this Valentine pageant, when she was 18, 19, something like that, and then she leaves and leaves town and ends up coming back and has this I won't spoil anything. It just came out last year, but it's pretty good. It's got Paris Burlek in it. Not sure who that is, but she was cute in the movie.
I was going to say Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, yeah. No, this came out last year. And then after that, I had watched the original and the remake of My Bloody Valentine, which is a horror movie, where essentially it's there's this minor character who was minor with an E, who was trapped in a mine. Essentially he was trapped on Valentine's Day due to the negligence of people who were supposed to be monitoring the methane levels in the mine. And so he basically comes back pretty much every Valentine's Day to kill people who are celebrating Valentine's Day, because to him that is the reason that he was what do you call it? He was he was left in that.
He was left, yeah.
So the whole thing is anybody that's celebrating gets killed, basically. And there's a lot more to go into it. But even though one is the remake is 2009, and the one from 81 is from 1981. I won't spoil them. I will say a lot. The original and remake are pretty different. And I think I prefer the remake more overall. The original is great, don't get me wrong, but I think I do prefer the original. I'm not a huge fan of I've only last year or the year before started actually getting into horror, so I'm not super into it. But for things like this, when I'm I was looking for Valentine stuff, I was oh, let me check this out. The remake has Jensen Ackles as the one of the main characters. He plays, of course, most people are going to know him, of course, Dean Winchester from Supernatural, and Soldier Boy from the Boys. The V. Well, it's Gen V. Was he in Gen V? I forget.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, but it was a good film. It was a good film. But both of them were, in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the ways that I spent my Valentine's Day. I think I talked about this on the podcast last episode, but I have never actually been in a relationship on Valentine's Day. because even when I've been in relationships around that time, we broke up before Valentine's Day.
Right.
Like one relationship I was in, we broke up like mid to end of January or something like that, and then got back together like after Valentine's Day. And then another relationship I was in, we broke up, I think it was like early February actually. Yeah, no, it was pretty close to Valentine's Day itself, because I actually had I had like the presents and the flowers, and I had like rose petals and all this shit, right? And that didn't end up happening. And then since then I've been single anyway, so but yeah, I've never been in a relationship on Valentine's Day. I'd like to, but I have not yet. So but yeah, we kind of talked about it in like the last episode too, but I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people say it to just sound so like above it all or whatever, but it is true. Valentine's Day is very much a Hallmark holiday. It is just kind of like about no one really thinks about like Saint Valentine or anything like that, like it really is about, nowadays it's about the like, the flowers and the chocolates and the Hallmark cards and all that shit, so nothing wrong with any of that, but it is definitely, if you're not in a relationship or anything, then it's all right. We're not either. So, like Jordan said last episode, ladies, no, I'm kidding.
Call me ladies. Again, my number is 852-997-7045.
One of these
That
days,
is my cell phone number. Make sure to hit me up.
One of these days, you're going to make that joke and you're going to give an actual number. Not your number, but someone's number. And they're going to call. And they'll be, oh, hi, is this Jordan? And I'm like, who the fuck is Jordan?
But in a positive spin of things.
Yeah.
Like, who's Jordan? Oh, well, is this person about? And then they start talking, and then they start dating. I'll be like,
there you go.
I'm the reason.
The reason.
That's right.
That's funny. Yeah. But I think it's funny because like this is, again, one of these episodes where we went so many different directions, but it was a good time. It was fun.
Let me tell you something.
That's right. And of course we're very interested to know what you think about. I will say one other thing that I was thinking of. I've been getting back into like making content for my channel and everything. So I think part of the issue that I've had as far as like gaining an audience is where I live. And I think because, and I could be wrong on this, but I think that because, on one hand, I don't want an echo chamber of like only people that like agree with me or like seeing my content. But at the same time, if I want to build an audience, I have to have people that are agreeing with me. I want to see more of my content, like subscribing to me and stuff. And I think that uploading in Florida has a negative effect on my content because it shows to more like maybe people who are in Florida or in the vicinity, and maybe more like right-leaning people or whatever. And I think that is a detriment to my content. I also, and I think, and I could be wrong, but I think what I'm going to try doing here when I next upload something is, which is probably going to be tomorrow. Well, at the time of recording. I think I'm going to try and like I'm gonna like set my VPN for like California or something and see if that changes anything. There you
go.
Maybe. We'll see. It's I'll see if that where it's like, oh, you're uploading from California. Let's put this out to California left-leaning people, whatever. Woke schools are gonna hate me too, so hopefully that doesn't become an issue. But at least I think that might be a better way to try and build an audience. So I'll give that a shot and see how that kind of thing goes. But other than that, of course I'm getting back into that, and I'm doing the things I was talking about in general. I had an interview this week. It was really weird. For those that don't know, I've been out of a job for the past month. And I had an interview. and it was sales. It didn't sound like it was going to be sales, but it was sales. And the guy was kind of a dick. Like, he's just like swearing up and down, completely unprofessional. And of course, he's one of those guys he's like, you know, and I'm Christian and everything, you know. Blah, blah. Now let me tell you about this fucking, like, whoa, okay, dude. And then he's like, you know, let me tell you why, like, you know, I don't hire. He went out of his way to explain that he doesn't hire women. Well, he does a little bit here and there, but he doesn't normally hire women because he's like, they can't really handle the sales job. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm thinking my last job I worked at, and even the job before that, the best sales people were women. So, like, what are you talking about? But you know, just kind of a dick, kind of sexist, kind of fucking really rude and shit. And I didn't vibe. I was like, I don't want to work with this guy. You know, and the money would not have been consistent, which was a big issue for me as well. So, but I have it. But I have a new job that I have an interview for tomorrow, which you know, I'll see how that goes, and that should be good. So, you know, I have those things, and I'll see how all that goes. But other than that, it's pretty much, you know, everything I've got going on. As far as you guys, you know, I would say I am, as I've been doing here, I am trying to, you know, get more consistent about putting out content again and everything. So hopefully that'll be happening more and more, and you guys won't have to wait like months between videos and stuff, or a batch of videos, and then okay, now I'm off for like several months again. So, but yeah, that's what I got going on. How about you, my friend?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, if you guys have any thoughts on any of the things we talked about, some of the fun things, some of the more heated things, you know, all that stuff, whatever, feel free to let us know in the comments. Would love to hear what kind of world you guys would build and all that kind of shit we talked about, what your Omnitrix playlist would be, you know, all those different things. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the dystopian surveillance state we were talking about.
The AI prison thing?
That's fucking horrific. What'd you guys do for Valentine's Day and stuff like that, you know? Did you, you know, spend time with a loved one? Did you, and, you know, and even if they weren't romantic, like, you know, whatever their situation is, did you, you know, spend it by yourself, which is also perfectly fine? Did you, you know, what'd you do? You know, just all that stuff. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So, I got nothing else. Would you like to close us out?
Yeah, everyone stay safe out there. You know, be kind to each other. And above all, stay fresh, Pookie. Stay fresh.